Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we gotta get off the phone. Because
What?
now you're echoing.
Okay, let me just turn this phone down. Can you hear me on the computer now?
Yeah, but you're an echo.
You're not, Dippy, you're not talking to me on my panel.
On what?
You're not live on my panel.
That's on the show.
Yeah, you're up there, but you're not talking to it.
Oh, my microphone.
Is that better?
Yeah.
We're gonna hang up the phone.
So I'm going to have to go off your panel.
Oh no, let's just get off the phone and see if it works that way.
It can't work if I'm not on my phone.
No, I mean hang up the phone call.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you there? But you're not on my computer.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, hang on. Let me mute the mic over here. Okay,
There
but
you
mute
go.
the mic on your phone.
I had to turn the other phone down. I forgot. Hi, Maisie. Hello, beautiful.
I'm not seeing anything over here. Okay.
We're trying to see if this will work. We're not sure.
My phone
She
won't
didn't
do that.
necessarily want to go live. I did, so kind of talked her into it.
But we're live on each other's channels.
I am feeling a little bit better, y'all. I guess every day I'll feel a little bit better each day. Still having the heart of the shallow breathing, but that's me trying to rush the process, which we know ain't gonna work. And I'm not sure if anybody's in Nanas. I can't see her chat.
They're showing 5 people
I don't even
watching
know
on
if she
my
went live yet.
Yes, I'm live.
Oh no, she went live. She's live.
There's 7 people in chat.
Oh,
But
I love you,
watching.
Maze. I missed you too, sweetheart.
You're not
I
listening.
tried to call you yesterday, by the way. After you left me that voicemail, I tried to call you.
You're not listening to me, so I muted you. Anyways, guys, we're trying something new. We've got 4 devices running. I'm on her channel, and she's on my channel all at the same time. So we're just trying this. We were bored and didn't know what else to do. Hello, Shalima. How are you doing, hon? Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Anyways, guys, we're just in here chit-chatting. So if y'all want to talk about something, tell me what you got on your mind. Good morning, everybody. It's been raining here all morning, so I'm not sure if it's going to work or not.
Early to fall asleep, young lady.
Good morning, Corey. Because you don't stop talking.
Thanks, Nana.
I couldn't explain what was going on or why.
Good morning, Corey. Celine.
Hello, Selena Dixon. How are you this morning, sweetheart? Darcy, how are you?
I don't think they can hear me.
They can hear you.
I can't hear nothing over there, so if Nana's talking, I can't hear her.
Oh, I have to turn my mic off. I have to turn the mic off. Exactly.
Good morning, Corey, honey.
Oh, Versi, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. You can hear Dippy, Corey says she can hear you.
Thanks for the
Thank you
super
so
chat.
much,
I'm sure she
Percy.
appreciates it greatly.
We're just, like I said, guys, we're just trying this to see if it'll work out. In the paid version, you have the option to actually do this, but neither one of us have the paid StreamYard right now. My coffee hasn't kicked in. Mine hasn't either, honey. Don't feel bad. I only fixed a half a pot of coffee this morning because I only had 3 packs of sugar. So my coffee's definitely not kicked in yet. Guys, what did y'all think about the video that I put out yesterday? Do y'all think that's a possibility? Just out of curiosity. Hello. Dippy, how are you feeling? Corey said. Hello, second to no one. Good morning, sweetheart. I don't know if she can hear us. She's muted or something. I don't know. I do think you nailed it. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I didn't think too much about it when I was listening to that off of PG's channel. I wasn't thinking too much about it, him saying that, because we've heard him say it throughout this past 2 years. And then I was talking to someone, and good morning, Miss Discovering. I wasn't thinking too much about it until then it hit me about Andrea Yates, and I remembered that supposedly was it the angels that were talking to her, telling her that she had to save her kids from the demons or whatever. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. I guess Dibby's going to come over here and she's going to end the live on her stream from what she says. Okay, so we're going to get out of that. She's coming back, guys. But no, I thought about that and I was like, wow, is that a possibility? Because I mean, well, Trevor Lee, I was talking to him on the phone yesterday, and he said that, like in the Alex Murdaugh case, not like that the two cases are connected, but like in the Alex Murdaugh case, where the judge tells him at the end, he's like, no, because he's all learned, I didn't do that. I didn't do that to my family. And the judge tells him, no, maybe you didn't, but the demon inside of you caused by the drugs did. And that's, that just topped the cake. Good morning, second to no one. Okay, Discovering. Good morning, listening while I do stuff. Well, you go right ahead. Who said what? You are more than welcome just to listen, darling. Well, I went back over Dudley's interview, and he said Dawn was bipolar and schizophrenia. I got your message that said that, or your email. I think it was email. You're here. Hang on a second. Good morning, Miss Alpaca Maid. How are you this morning, sweetheart? Dippy, I dropped that link. I have to do an update on my phone. Give me 15 minutes. Okay, sweetheart. Hello, are you for real? Okay. Well, good morning, Dippy. Well, we know that didn't work, huh?
No, that other phone I have, for some reason, why I can go live and you guys can hear me, but I can't hear nothing. Nothing off of it. But if I play a game or something or watching YouTube itself, I can hear fine.
Hello, Pug Mom. Corey was asking, how are you feeling now? She's a
Um,
minute ago.
a little bit better. I still got the shallow breathing, which, is gonna stick around until whenever. But otherwise I feel a lot better. Now if I could just get this that little pain on my left side, on that left lung to go away, and the shallow breathing to go back to regular breathing, I'll be perfectly okay.
Well, that sounds good. But
Go back to regular breathing.
hello, Maisie. Good morning, hon. How are you this morning?
There's my beautiful. Hello, Corey. Hello. Who did I say hi to? Pug Mom, Alpaca. I think. Are you for real? Hello. I think I got everybody else earlier.
But anyways, guys,
Discovery.
she went to meet the bus. She had to go out and meet the bus. She'll be right back.
I said hi anyway.
Okay, well, we're just in here, guys, just goofing off this morning. But I just really wanted to know everybody's opinion about the video yesterday. And I will say I'm going to make a video about the where I ask people to give me a list of why they think Dawn and Candace is innocent. But I only got one response in rebuttal to that. But I will do a video on that one comment. Out of over 2,500 views and over 100 and something comments, only one person came in their defense.
I will get my defense up when I'm able to be able to like really constantly talk. Because I don't want to get like over zealous and then we go back to not being able to breathe right.
Good morning, Dana Kay. How are you this morning, sweetheart?
But I don't know. Like I said to you earlier, my mind is like in a whirlwind right now.
Right.
Like
now, I would like to ask Dana Kay, where did we find out about this little kid that was supposed to be at the church that needed a kidney transplant or whatever it was? Has anybody else heard anything about that?
Never heard that. What church? The SDA church?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard that. The only thing I ever heard about the SDA church is people complaining about Summer running around the yard sale that day. I will tell you guys one thing. I'm very proud of myself, whether anybody else is or not. I have been literally a week and a day without a cigarette.
We're very proud of you.
Oh my God, you guys, that is so hard for me too. Like I've been smoking since I was a little girl. And that is so hard, especially when you have people that are around you that smoke.
But abducted by who, Macy? I mean, come on, we know. I mean, you probably don't because you're from the UK. But honey, trust me, the terrain and the hillside and all that, they couldn't even see the house, let alone know that there was a kid inside the house. And plus,
it would have had to definitely, if she was abducted, it would definitely have to be somebody that knew the property
and knew the family.
Knew the family and knew the routine. Damn it. Sorry.
Fred talked about it, Nana, on Ziggy's interview. Oh, okay. I'll have to go back and watch some of Ziggy's. You're talking about the child that needed a kidney.
How would Fred know?
Happy St. Patrick's Day. This time last year, I was actually out, did my first live 1 year ago today.
How would Fred Hill know about the kid at the SDA church if he doesn't go there?
I don't know. But now I do know that, okay, it was in someone's post, obviously wrong. I forgot Dippy knows. Dana Kay now.
Oh my. I'm not saying nothing, Nana. I love you.
We're not going to argue and fight.
You'll say nothing to that woman.
We're not going to argue and fight, Miss Dippy. Familiar familiar tradition. I don't understand. Maisie, there are too many suspects. There really are.
There's
Good
too many
morning,
people
I'm that bitch.
there's just too many people that inserted themselves into this case.
Don told him. Don told Fred.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh,
okay,
it's like
Miss
it seems like she's asking if Don told him or
No. She
okay,
said
so
Don.
Don
Oh,
Don did tell Fred. That's kind of weird, something to say to somebody.
why? He told that Rick Crawford about that she was supposedly used for sacrifice or something like that.
Yeah, I never said what he said isn't, you know, that man is sketchy. Like I don't.
Who? Don Wells is sketchy.
Yes, yes. I mean, I've always said that from day one. I've never said that he wasn't. I just feel like he didn't do anything to harm his child. I just, never said that like he wasn't there or nothing. I'm just saying, everything is always going to be innocent until they were proven guilty on something. But I've always said he's sketchy. Like there's something about him that is just
Well, they would definitely be something
like you
about
want
him.
to play catch with, like
If
catch it,
if I'm
release it, catch it.
if I'm correct, and he's suffering from sleep deprivation, which happens with drug use, the kind that he chooses, by the way, and that turns into psychotic delusions. I mean, who knows? Come on, Andrea Yates planned her children's demise 2 years prior to her actually doing it. I mean, she did it. She had only 2 kids when she started thinking about doing it.
I already told you yesterday, I don't really know too much about that. I know what I've read, what we've talked about, but other than that, I keep getting her mixed up with the one that, remember I told you yesterday, the one that drowned her kids in the car?
Yeah, that's Susan Smith, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, that's her name. It's Susan. Her name is Susan. Whether her last name is Smith, I'm not sure. But I do remember her name is Susan.
Bob G commented on that yesterday, and somebody told him that it was Susan Smith. So, yeah. I think that's what her name was. I don't know. Did anybody ever find out what happened in court yesterday or the 15th or whenever the hell it was they supposedly went to court?
If they even really went to court?
Well, Trevor Lee says they were supposed to have been in court on the 15th. Thank you, Michael.
So we're going to believe everything?
Good morning, hon. What?
I said, so we're to believe everything Trevor Lee says?
Well, yeah, because seeing how he is actually over there and really digging into the stuff, yeah.
I know Mr. Matt is kind of like Trevor Lee. He tries to keep updated with everything. I haven't seen nothing from him yet.
Who?
Mr. Matt.
Oh.
Hi, Mama Bear. I didn't even see you come in, sweetheart.
Where's she at? Oh, I'm that bitch. Yeah.
I didn't see it. I will have to go back and watch it. I was working all day yesterday then.
I believe Trevor too, hon.
I'm not saying I don't believe him. I mean, he's just another one that, to me, just inserted himself in the case. I mean, I understand what he's doing is he wants to help find someone. I understand that completely. But I think a little bit of what he does just
he didn't insert himself in the case. He's done more than what any of us have done for the case.
What? He started the rerun for?
Yeah, exactly. We'll fight over Trevor now, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, not right now, because I don't want to, I don't have no more breath to be able to talk, period.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm just saying, we'll fight over Trevor. We're not going to go off on Trevor.
No, I was just asking if we believe everything he says, honey. I don't have nothing against Trevor. I don't even really know Trevor to be able to say anything against him. I'm like that with everybody. Do we believe everything that we are told by the person that we're listening to?
I wasn't listening to his YouTube channel or anything. I literally talked to him on the phone. So
Well,
Susan Smith drowned her 2 sons in a car and blamed the carjacking. Right.
yeah,
Only
that's what I said.
she wanted to get rid of her kids because her boyfriend didn't want kids. At least Andrea Yates had it was not a good excuse, but at least she had one.
That didn't make no sense. Like, why didn't she just give the damn kiss to the husband and just call it a day?
Right.
Wasn't she married still?
I don't know. That I don't know.
I believe she was still married at the point.
Oh, who said what? Says I'm not fighting, to be clear. I heard a question and I answered. That's great.
I was just answering, rebutting. That's it.
Trevor has very good intentions and seems to have a sincere heart concerning Summer. Yes, he does.
Yeah, and I'm not doubting it one bit. But there's a lot of people that seem to be having so-called good intentions towards Summer, but yet they start a bunch of bullshit. So I mean, that's why I'm asking. I'm just asking. Like I said, I don't know Trevor. I can't say something against Trevor if I don't know the person.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Yeah, I can't wait till later. I get some corned beef and cabbage.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa. How are you, sweetie?
We're on here just chit-chatting, guys. We're not here to argue or debate or anything. Trust me, I would love for somebody to come up here and debate me. I would love for somebody to.
They all are what, Mama? I don't understand that.
I think they are. Where? They all are.
I think they're all are, to be honest. I was like, all are what?
Shady. I think.
Oh, yeah. I'm even if I am on the innocent, proven innocent side, they all still have, everybody does. Like, I'm not going to say that they're innocent 100% because there's shit that we know that you can just obviously look and see that they're not innocent on. But that's in our eyes, not the court of law. So,
but we are not the court of law. We are the eye of the public.
But in retrospect, our opinion does not matter. It matters what the court of law says.
But the court of law consists of a jury. And who is the jury made up of?
Everyday people.
Exactly. The public opinion.
But when you are on that jury, then you have the right to say. Until you're sitting in that jury box.
You know what? I've got the right to say anything I want to say because
I know.
This is public and my channel, and wait a minute. Hang on. It says he's young and, in my opinion, failed to call to action. We have to nurture and help the young ones mold the future we want to see. Exactly, 100%. Hang on, Dippy. Can you talk for a minute? I got to take this call real quick.
I honestly think if we've got to depend on for our future of the kids today to be our future, come on now. I don't know how far our future is going to go. Like, seriously, the kids today, most of them are entitled, spoiled brats, including my own nieces and nephews. Like, I would not trust them to run a country, let alone a state or a county. Like, no, like if we're, oh my God, I don't think we would survive. I don't know how the hell we're surviving now. I'm
here.
Honestly.
That was my son wanting to know what time I'm wanting to come back over to his house this evening.
Hey, Little Wing. Hey, Planet Diva. Oh, God. Who was it? Lisa. I'm feeling a lot better. I still have the shallow breathing. And when I try to take a deep breath, I kind of sound like I have Tourette's. But,
good morning, everybody.
Otherwise, yeah, I'm okay.
Today is my son Troy's birthday. Both of my sons are the same age now until my son Ian has his birthday on May 4th. Wow, congratulations.
Happy birthday.
My son has 2 kids like that. They're the same age from January 8th till February 6th, I think. Good morning, Little Wing.
I agree, Dippy. There have been too many who have used Summer's disappearance to their own advantage. I don't feel like Trevor is Time will tell. Exactly. Like, I mean, I don't know Trevor well enough to say
What are you
anything bad
reading?
against the boy. I really
What are
would
you
never say
reading?
nothing like that. I don't know him. So I just know what
Hello?
Nanas told me. What?
What are you
Oh,
reading?
the comments.
I,
Section 2, number 1.
no, it's second to no one.
Yeah, that's it. Second to no one. It's right above the one where Lisa asked how I was feeling. I
Oh,
believe
well,
people, but the
I've
eyes
lost it.
are the window to the song. Planet Diva. Our opinion matter none. We the people. Okay, there's the birthday one that you saw. Good morning, Little Wing.
New Orleans ladies, good morning. Live that song. Oh, love that song. Okay.
Yeah. Who said that? I respectfully disagree. I have faith. Okay. Sorry, I was just replying to one of your comments.
Hey, Missy Jessie, there you are. Good morning, sweetheart. It's been a while since I've seen you.
They don't, Joyce, you were so right. They don't have common sense. All they know is the technology shit. Although I went into the corner gas station the other night. I finally I went out my house and I went to the store to get the gas station to get some apple juice or something. And now they've got like a self checkout thing. If you got stuff that you don't have to get from behind the counter, you can self checkout.
Yeah. Lisa says, are y'all sharing a live? Yes, we are. We tried doing lives on both channels, but it didn't work out because of the echoing and stuff. I was on hers and she was on mine, but it didn't work. So she just jumped over here. And of course, y'all don't have to worry about us arguing or debating or anything today because shoot, we can't even do that on the days we're supposed to be. Dippy.
Well, we definitely can't right now.
I'm telling you what, somebody's got to dig me up, somebody I can debate. Y'all got to find me somebody and send them my way. Because, I mean, the last person I haven't, Stitching and Bitching hasn't even spoke to me since she dropped off the live that day.
Dan said he's got that roof. He's just starting that roof today. So he said that it should take this weekend and he should be done by Tuesday with it. He said, and then after Tuesday, he promises he'll get up here and come and talk to you.
All right. I ain't wanting him to talk. I'm wanting him to argue.
Well, you know what I mean.
I'm scary. Oh, come on, Jesse. Really? Am I?
Nah. Messy.
We need more young people like Trevor who have compassion and are moved to do better in the world. The mindset must have doesn't go further than the end of their own noses. That's the damn truth, 100%. I've got really bad buffering on my end only. Rate is turned down to 144p, so I may have to reboot again. That's fine, hun. As long as you come back, we don't care. We just want to see you in here. My sons do a great job on running the country. He's very informative and on the times and living 100% as self-sufficient country.
Hmm?
Your son is running the country? Who is your son, Corey?
I think she meant county.
Okay, county.
Let me find out your son is Biden.
Hello, Trouble. How are you?
Yeah, Lisa, we saw that. We've heard that. Oh, and actually I did get a reply back from who I was talking to yesterday, and
And what they say?
He said he wasn't gonna strike you. So don't worry.
All right, well that's good.
But he doesn't know. He said he doesn't know how this video got out. He said because it wasn't even he didn't even have a chance to go through it and clean it up some and edit it. He's like,
we're talking about Dolly, guys.
He doesn't know how the video got into the Christian truck driver's hands.
Right. Well, at least he's not a Wells supporter, right?
Well, I mean, sorry.
Why are you sorry? If you support
at least he's not. He's not, and I said, "Well, I'm sorry."
There's absolutely nothing wrong with people who support somebody that they believe in, but you have to stand strong in what you believe. That's all. That's all I say.
I think I have though. I've been strong and taking all the punches and everything that has come at me since day one with the family. Like I mean, it's so hard the way he mainly acts on a live or something. It is so hard to try to keep supporting, because it's like the things he does is so dumb, childish, and stupid. I'm like, man, how the fudge do I do this? Like, I can't keep supporting somebody that's going to keep going out there and making me look like an ass.
Right.
So,
Corey says you left out a word. So we still need to know who your son is. What country is he running? Please tell me. If he's running the country, I want to talk to him. If he's running the country, Corey, he's got some splaining to do. Have y'all heard about the mothership that's in our solar system? The alien mothership.
What?
The Pentagon has come out and said something about there's a mothership, an alien mothership sitting in our solar system.
Yeah. We got a Mac and me coming.
Good morning, Plant Diva. Too many games and liars for too long. I agree 100%.
Hi, Mama Bear. I'm okay, sweetheart.
Yeah, she gets that. You were saying that Trevor wasn't a Wells supporter, and she's like, well, I'm sorry. Good morning, Vibes. I'm still 50.
I'm just apologizing for myself for being one, because I get jumped on all the time, which I really don't care. It don't bother me, obviously. But I always apologize. I try to keep my, I'm not an ass. I'm not a bitch to nobody. So when people are like, well, I'm not, well, I'm sorry that you're not. I'm sorry that I am. I mean, there's just no way of, I'm always going to apologize for something that I didn't do. Always.
Well, you
and
should.
then apologize for the shit that I do.
I agree, Vibes. It says I'm still 50-50 because of the neglect would attract predators. Yeah. We can see straight through their lies.
Yes, be the bean. I agree with you. Too much misinformation, assumptions everywhere. I agree 100%. And that's where that's where my loyalty lens is, because so many people have thrown out so much misinformation or information that isn't like even remotely have to do with it. So I mean,
and by the way, guys, and before I read this comment, there's a new channel out there that has been started by, I believe I know who the people are. I'm not going to state who they are, but they are out for vengeance. But that 14 watchers that just put a video out about me and the 21-hour thing, I did go in and say that I needed to correct that, because there may have been a discrepancy about when the news conference took place. So if anybody sees that, y'all can let them know that I have already made a statement about that I could have been wrong. So I just don't like people who just troll just to try to cause trouble for other channels. Don did not say that. That's where rumors getting mixed into facts. That's a total opinion. Now, he could have possibly said that, but he did not. Said what? I don't understand what we're talking about. Do you know what they're talking about, Dippy? Don didn't say what.
No. Mama Bear said they're all bipolar. I know they got multiple personalities going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lisa, we've already seen and heard the video where he slipped up.
Yeah, that's what my video yesterday was about. Was about the angels talking to Don Wells, telling him how his baby was going to be hurt. Okay, Corey says, I don't think you're a Wells supporter, but what facts you haven't led you to think they are guilty? Oh, the facts that you haven't led you to believe they're guilty.
Hmm?
You don't understand?
Not really.
I can't hardly hear you, honey. You sound like you're
Oh,
underwater.
I'm sorry. I was reading the comments off the other phone. No, not really. I was trying to reread it to see.
Okay, it says, I don't think you're a Wells supporter, but what facts you have not led you to think they are guilty. You haven't gathered enough facts to believe that they're guilty. So until you do, you're going to state that they're innocent, basically.
Yeah, I guess you could look at it like that. But I do defend them a lot. Like, I mean, there's just like I defend more of the statements than I guess I do defend them. You know what I mean? Like, I
As
don't.
Candace says, he's a real dumbass.
Duh. I know that.
Well, honey, I'm bipolar too, and I have post-traumatic stress disorder, and I'm OCD, and I have negative thoughts and intrusive fantasies, and I have been diagnosed by a doctor with all of those, and I cannot take medication because it causes my swallowing muscles. When I go to try to swallow, my food goes halfway down, and then my muscles quit working. So I can't take medication for all that, and I do the best I can. So trust me, I'm not bashing on anybody that has any kind of mental problems. Although I am saying plain and simple, and I want people to understand, I was not defending Don Wells, nor was I giving him an excuse for if he hurt his child. What I was saying is there's one of two things. Either he's lying and he just made the whole thing up about talking to angels or hearing angels, or two, the man is hearing something. I don't think it was an angel, but he's hearing something. It's either demons or whispering in his ear trying to convince him of something, or he is literally schizophrenic or psychotic. Either way it goes, whether he's lying, they're demons talking to him, or he's hearing things, that's not good. It don't matter which way you go. It's not good. That's all I was saying.
I don't think the only thing I remember changing with Candace's story is when Benny changed up the time and she went along with it. That was the only thing that I found in her story to be inconsistent,
Right.
change.
Corey says, Nana, I don't understand how TBI and the local police arrived at the same time. I don't either. That
I don't
makes
think they did.
They did. Yes, they did.
How did they? How is that even possible?
Well,
Because
I don't know. But in Holly Bobo's case, the local police, TBI, and the U.S. Marshals Service and all them, they all showed up at the same time when she got abducted. Everything Dawn says relating to Summer seems to be parroted from somewhere else. Is it possible someone told Dawn the angels told them about Summer? Possibly.
that is a possibility. Because like everything supposedly that he knows was told to him, right?
Right.
Everything. God,
What my biggest
I
question?
want a cigarette.
My biggest question is, he says that he knew the second she was put in a car and took away. He knew the second. He was supposed to have been at work. He knew the second she was put in a car and took away. How did he know the second that she was put in a car and took away?
Could he have meant that, he felt that? Like, because he said as soon as he got home and he was down at the bottom property, he seen the neighbors and the kids, and he knew right then and there she was missing. She was gone.
No, he said that's not what he said. He said he knew it had been fulfilled. What he had been told had been fulfilled, is what he said.
Video, him saying that he knew from that point that she was missing.
You need to re-listen to that video because that seriously, he says fulfilled. Everything Don said. Oh, I already said that. How can a child go missing in 2 minutes? Mom and Gran so close, not buying it.
Well, I mean,
I've been back and forth about the wells with what I have seen and heard. I think they are all guilty of neglect.
It depends on what kind of neglect, too. I'm not saying they're not guilty from neglect. Please don't jump on me for that. I'm just saying it depends on what your meaning of neglect is, because obviously all the times that CPS was involved, they obviously didn't think they were being neglected. Otherwise, the kids would have been gone way before someone went missing.
Have a great day, Danica. Don's ego could be why he doesn't see it that way. He's susceptible to suggestion more than he realizes.
Yeah.
If you support the wells, in my opinion, you haven't watched all the information available out here, including interviews, phone calls, and all of it again, in my opinion.
Okay, so yeah, that's your opinion. But the thing with that is a lot of the crap out here, you can't really hold to be truth unless it comes from like TBI. Because no matter what, even the family is lied.
But that's the thing. TBI screwed up the Holly Bobo case. So how can everybody say, oh, well, the TBI is so wonderful?
No, I'm not saying they're wonderful. I don't like, my faith in the justice system sucks right now.
But you're saying that the only people that, I mean, you can only trust the people at TBI and what they say.
You can't trust just any Tom, Dick, and Harry telling you the truth, telling you shit. Like, even if they're neighbors, even just because, I mean, you can't believe everything you hear. You can't, because a lot of it could be just, I don't know. I think a lot of the shit that people are saying, like the hell is that?
I would rather believe a Tom, Dick, and Harry out here on the street that has nothing to lose nor nothing to gain.
I think a lot of the shit going around, what I was trying to say is because a lot of people want that fucking land. And
that might be true. But the thing about it is I would rather trust a Tom, Dick, and Harry that doesn't have anything to lose or anything to gain than I would the TBI, because they've got to worry about how bad they're going to look in the news. Ronnie Lawson has whatever to lose. Don and Candace have their freedom to lose. If it's just Joe Blow down here that lives on Beach Creek 2 miles down, yeah, I would damn well trust him before I would trust TBI, Ronnie Lawson, Don and Candace, or anybody else, because he doesn't have anything in the dog race.
Well, I mean, to me, like, that would just probably be more or less, what is that? Revenge? Not revenge, or get back, or, because obviously they don't get along very well with a lot of their neighbors. So I feel like a lot of shit that was said because they just have disdain for each other. Like, they don't like the wells. They want the wells out of there. They want that land. Like,
the people on
all
Beach
of them were fighting over the fucking land.
Not everybody on Beach Creek even knows Don and Candace.
When they went, I'm not talking about Beach Creek, I'm talking about Ben Hill. But when Don went away to fucking jail, they thought they were going to be able to go and put a lien on the fucking land because he was locked up, because I guess they said Candace had no holds to the land.
But that's bullshit. She does.
Candace has because she's married to him.
No, Candace has just as much right to that piece of property as Don Wells, because he did not inherit it. It was
that's right. The dollar was exchanged.
It was purchased from Clyda Trent. and then Don married Candace. That means Tennessee is a communal state. Whereas if one person owns something, it belongs to both people in the marriage. If it had been inherited, then she would not have any rights to it. But he didn't inherit that property.
Yeah, I remember them switching the dollar. Because I started laughing. I was like, well, hell, I guess that's the way you make it legal there.
It wasn't $1, it was $20, as a matter of fact.
I thought Clyde Trent said it was $1.
No, he paid Clyde Trent $20.
No, still.
Don and Candace put themselves out there on YouTube with endless hours of live stream proving who they are and where they stood concerning Summer. I agree.
And I never denied that. I wish they would have stayed off damn YouTube the whole damn time. I wish they would have never went on, started talking to people. I just wish they could have just kept their asses.
And see, Tina says that too, and I disagree. That's like when he got out of jail, Tina's like, oh, he don't need to be getting on there and saying nothing. I disagree 100%. Let them come on here. Let them run their mouth. Because if they are guilty, eventually they're going to say it.
I just don't see how 2 years later, they're still sticking with what they said, but yet 2 years later, people are still screaming that they're guilty when, nothing has really changed. They're still the idiots that they portray to be.
Well, because if you have somebody that robbed a bank and they never got caught, they're not going to come up 2 years later and say, oh, by the way, I robbed that bank, but y'all never caught me.
But I just don't.
They're still going to keep
different, though. This is different, Nana. This is different. Of course, you're not going to.
If they haven't been caught, they're not going to run their mouth.
I don't know. I see them like if they did do something that they would have told somebody by now. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. Hold on. Let me get my thought back together. I don't think they could keep a lie up this long. Being the people they are. Do you understand that?
Okay, Don's mother didn't leave the property to Candace. Don's mom, Karen Goad, signed over the property to Clyda Trent in a trust to hold for Dawn until after she passed, because she was drawing a government check, and the government says you can't own X amount of property and draw a government check, because she could have easily sold the property and lived off that. So she turned the property over to Clyda Trent until after she passed, and then it was to be handed back to Dawn. And in doing that, the quitclaim deed was transferred for $20 back to donwells. Candace wasn't, and I mean, I've even heard that Candace wasn't even in town. She wasn't the one that was taking care of her, Karen Goad. Supposedly, Don came here without Candace when he first showed up.
You see, I thought she was in Arkansas when his mom passed. They will lie till they die. I'm just a little bit gullible, so the only thing is with me being gullible, I don't believe a lot of shit that is said if it's not said from the law or immediate family, the ones that were there present at the time.
Kirst, I agree. We are talking about a missing child that's most likely not with us, and they will take it to the grave unless they slip up. I'm just saying they're not going to slip up if they're sitting in their house, not talking to anybody, not ranting and raving, not getting drunk. And I'm not encouraging anybody to drink. I'm not, or do drugs, but I'm just saying. People keep saying, oh, don't get on. I wish they wouldn't get on YouTube. Well, YouTube's about the only place that they're likely going to slip up, because obviously the damn law enforcement aren't clever enough to get them to admit anything, or else they would have already.
I just don't think law enforcement gives a shit. Honestly.
Well, I don't know if I've talked to the magistrate's office up there, where you get your license, marriage license, and stuff, and they looked up the marriage license for me because I had questions about
They are
when
married.
issued and stuff. So yeah,
They got married, I think,
they are married.
August something. I believe it was August 2019.
And whether I get whether I get knocked for this or not, the plain and simple fact is there's still a possibility that it wasn't Don or Candace. There is a possibility that it could have been an accident by a younger person on the property. And that would be one reason why they are not talking, because you supposedly will do anything to save your child. If y'all understand without me actually coming out and saying what I'm saying.
Yes, Discovery. I know what it means. The second part is what is more likely to happen with me than me to believe everything. Like, I may believe stuff, but I'm not going to go out there and tell people I actually believe something
Dippy, can I ask one favor?
No, yes, ma'am.
When you start answering a question or a statement, can you read that statement out?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So everybody knows what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. So Discovery said being gullible would mean you believe most of everything you hear, or you're easily persuaded to believe things. Right. So yes, I do believe a lot of stuff I hear, but I don't run with it. I don't. Most of the time, if I hear something, and Nana will tell you this, if I hear something, I will ask her before I even have the notion to believe it. Like, I'll talk to her, or I'll talk to Maisie, I'll talk to OG. Like, I'll talk to one of the girls before and run it past them before I literally believe it. But being persuaded is very easy for somebody to do with me. I can be persuaded real quick.
Discovering, honey, that's true. They do, but you're only allotted so much property and house to actually live in and property to live on. If you have 11 acres, you technically do not need 11 acres to live on. So they would have had her sell off part of that property to gain the money to live on.
Or what she could have done was just signed it over into somebody else's name, like
that's what she did.
Exactly what she did. Yeah. Like, so if you get a government check, my father-in-law, he owned, when he was getting his disability before he passed away, he owned, I think it was somewhere close to 15 acres and all these automobiles and all these boats. And so he had to go through and split up everything and put certain things in each one of his kids' names. So that way it wouldn't interfere with his monthly money, because even though you own stuff doesn't mean you have the money to live off of, because who's going to sell property cheap right now?
Plat Diva, you suck. I want coffee too.
I have some, but my tongue is burnt.
I don't have any sugar though. I've got coffee too, but I'm out of sugar. And all I've got is that fake pink stuff.
You don't have creamer, like the powdered creamer?
Well, yeah, I've got powdered creamer.
Well, powdered creamer has sugar in it. Like, I can't drink powdered creamer and drink all the sugar, because normally I have like maybe 6 to 10 spoons of sugar in my coffee. But if I have that creamer in it, I have to like cut it down half, because otherwise it makes it ultimate sweet.
Exactly. So you think that I could drink just plain black coffee with creamer in it and no sugar? I drink 3 spoons of sugar.
The pink stuff, woman. Stop being racist. It don't matter if it's white or pink. It's the same shit.
No, it ain't.
No, it isn't. I know. It tastes totally horrible.
Yes, it does. The only thing fake that I can use is the blue stuff. And I don't even like Equal. It has to be the generic aspartame that I use. I don't know, because they could claim it as farmland because they consider self-sustaining if you're eating from your farm. Yeah, but that land is not, honey, there's a reason they call it Rocky Top. And there's a reason that people made moonshine instead of growing food and stuff up here, look up the meaning behind the song Rocky Top. About the moonshine and stuff, because the hills and the land and stuff up here's embedded with slate rock and nothing. I mean, there are places food will grow.
That's why ginseng grows so good up in the Appalachians.
In the mountains, you can't grow anything because there's so much slate rock and lime and all that. Yuck, Nana. What, the equal?
I'm trying to figure out where you're at.
No, I don't have sweetened condensed milk. Trust me, I have gotten to a point before, which I do have some, but I've gotten to a point before where I was needing a cup of coffee so bad and didn't have sugar that I put syrup in my cup.
Do you have brown sugar?
No, I don't have no brown sugar. This house is not set up. Still, as long as I've lived here, this house is still not set up because I don't have my stuff from
powdered sugar.
No, honey, I don't have none of that stuff.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking of the stuff Dan would use in his if he didn't have any sugar.
No, I don't got no honey. I do it in my RV. I've got all that stuff in my RV, but that's 45 minutes from here. I use oatmeal to flavor your coffee. Ooh.
No, I can't do that either.
Okay, hang on. Okay, 110 Ben Hill is under a heirs title, which means this, continued. A vesting option that eliminates the requirement of the probate process allows that the property to pass directly to the heirs. Right of surveyorship is included to some vesting options. However, when multiple people own a property together, each person's interest will be probated separately when that owner dies.
Well, the only one was Don on it. Unless they're talking about Don's heirs, which would be the boys, because he did keep saying something about he was, God forbid something ever happened to him, the land would go to the boys.
You've used sprinkles before. I've never thought of that. That is straight sugar, isn't it?
I don't know if that even tastes good. Oh.
Well, I don't know. Sprinkles don't really have a taste except for the taste of sugar.
That's it.
Lisa, what are you?
I was wondering why you were saying something about coffee earlier.
Because one of them, Plant Diva said, "Be right back. Coffee, coffee, coffee."
No, I'm talking about while we were on the phone before we went live.
Oh, yeah.
You got your coffee, and I was like, damn, that was a little condescending, I want it.
Oh, yeah. What part of that video are you wanting clipped, Little Wing? I mean,
God. I think talking about that one PG Dolly's thing.
I know, but is it the part that I sent you? Because if it is, I can send it to her.
Y'all just be careful. Be careful doing that, though, because he is going to strike people. So just be careful. I convinced him into not striking Nana because I had a long talk with him about it. So I'm praying to God he holds his word.
She convinced him not to strike Nana because when we were talking yesterday and she let him know that PG had it, I said, now he's going to be striking everybody. And I was uploading my video using that clip. And I said, if he strikes me, me and you's going to go at it. So, that's why.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. I mean, if you're doing it as a malicious thing, like that 14 watchers was being very malicious when they used my information or my video, that I can understand striking somebody for. But when you're doing it to put information out there, I do not understand why creators strike other people.
Because they feel like they're it's being used out of the, because like with that conversation, she don't have the whole thing. She's just got part of it. So you don't know what was being said before. You don't know what was said after. You just know
Honey,
that part that was. I'm not defending the clip. I'm just saying, using it as an example. I'm just using it as an
okay,
example. I don't mean nothing about this clip personally. I'm just saying in general that, you don't have the whole thing. You just have part of it. So people use that part and it could be all out of context. Like it could be, they're making it something totally that it's
I,
not. And I'm
I,
not saying that with this one. I'm not.
I understand what you're saying. That for most part, there is people that go out here and clip channels and they only clip a section of the conversation. But the part that I used, the clip that I used, which was the whole clip that PG showed, the clip that I used and how I used it for the purpose I used it for, there's no taking it out of context because Donwells says the angels came and told me that my child was something bad was going to happen to my child.
And I know. And that's why I said I wasn't talking about this clip. I was just using it because this is the one we were talking about at the moment.
Right.
But I was
I'm just
using it as
saying.
an example. Like I understand exactly what you mean. Like there's no way to fix that narrative. There's no way to misunderstand it. You heard what you heard. I understand completely.
Discovering says I love
like when people would clip your channel and take certain parts that wasn't meant to be the way they made it out to be,
Right.
Is all I'm saying.
Discovering says I love the smell of coffee but can't stand the taste. But now I'm thinking of all the sugar products trying to help you, Nana. LOL. Now I'm wondering what cotton candy coffee would taste like. That would be awesome. You know what I would like to do, and
Yeah, that's like birthday cake.
I know how to spin cotton candy. I mean, I'm a professional.
I got one in the back of my truck. I got the bowl.
The
flavor.
But you know what I would like to know is how cotton candy coffee would, because you can take and put the coffee, the creamer, and the sugar all together and put it in the burner and spin it. I wonder what that would taste like. Use instant coffee.
No, because gross. Instant coffee is worse than regular coffee. See, I like coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker. I like coffee. I can't stand the smell of it, and I've got to have so much sugar to hide the taste.
Lisa's saying you're right. She said you're right, Dippy, but y'all don't need to get flagged or anything else. Okay, don't need to get flagged or anything else. Right.
I mean, you could take the clip, not meaning to be malicious with it, and because of how you put it out, your subs and your whatever, your chat could take it totally different and spin it their narrative. And then, it's just the process of the misinformation is all.
Maisie, I have a question for you. I was watching Good Mythical Morning the other day, and they were doing a riddle thing. And one of the things was, what is a word? What that sounds the same after it's a 5-letter word. And if you take 4 of the letters out of that word, it still says the same thing. The answer was Q. So tell me, in England or UK or wherever you're at, what does Q mean? And how is it spelled with 5 letters?
You can ask Maisie too.
That's who I'm asking.
Oh. Q.
Yeah, Q. If you take 4 of the 5 letters away, it's still Q. But I know what a cue ball is, or put it in Q, but that's QUE. That's not 5 letters.
Is it really a word that is 5 letters?
Q. Okay, Q. But I thought Q was QUE. Just put it in Q.
No, Q. The Q to put it in, like when I said I have your videos in the queue.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but I always thought it was just QUE. What am I thinking of?
No.
Hello, wee Scottish mom. Or wee Scottish mom. Sorry. Okay. I was wondering about that. For some reason I was thinking Q. I'm thinking CUE for cue ball, maybe. I don't know. Guys, we need to come up with a game to do. That clip of what Don says about the angels,
Oh,
and Dudley Ajon said Don told him are a similar, plus the dream Don talked about seeing Summer in the Johnson grass.
I don't believe that Dudley guy. I just can't believe anything he said. I think he basically went out and just told a bunch of bullshit just because he was pissed off because he lost his job.
The powder may burn up. I've tried vitamin B with the sugar to make UV floss, but it didn't work out. Really? You know what else I would love to dehydrate Red Bull and make Red Bull cotton candy.
Yeah. So when I come up there, I got to bring my cotton candy machine so we can experiment with shit.
Sure.
Dan asked me last night, actually. He's like, so have you decided where you wanted to go for your yearly trip? And I was like, he's like, because I know I've heard you talking to Nana and you seem like you want to go back to Tennessee. He's like, but then you also talked to some people over in Arizona and you act like you really want to go there. I was like, I really don't. I said, I want to go to Tennessee. I said, I'm just not going in June. I am not going to do it again in June. Like, it was too much last year. My anxiety about freaking killed me last
I'm
year.
going to ask again, has anybody heard anything about any vigils being held?
They're going to do one. I talked to Robin Lane. They're going to do one, but she's trying to find a big enough area and a big enough area because I guess she can't do it back at the park over there because too many people kept calling the damn park and recreation place up there saying that people were stealing stuff and breaking stuff and leaving stuff behind. And I know for a fact when I left there, we cleaned up. Before I went up the hill to the other vigil, the
Well,
bottom
I
step
heard
of the
that
water.
Robin was the only one that was allowed to have a vigil up there.
No, we had one.
Crap.
Well, it really wasn't I mean, I guess you can't say that the vigil that was at the pavilion was a vigil because it was more or less, I guess, like a party type thing because they were more or less celebrating her life. Robin and them were like, that was like a shrine and that kind of just like
a memorial, which is
yeah.
sad.
And that's not what I thought it was going to be about. I thought it was going to be like what it was up at the pavilion.
Right. Discovering says, I don't believe anything anybody says in Summer's case, and it's crazy and makes no sense why everybody's lying, including Ronnie. Surely everybody's can't be involved in her disappearance.
Exactly. Thank you, Discovery. I couldn't have said that better, but at least maybe they'll listen to you because I get attitudes when I say stuff.
Well, see,
I'm not talking about you.
That's the thing. That's the thing. See, me and Discovering talk just as much as me and you do. And she believes just like that right there. But me and her never argue over this stuff. Never.
I try not to argue with you, but you like me arguing with you. Right?
Well, I love to argue, yes. But she doesn't ever defend Dawn and Candace. I think maybe is why.
So I'm the bad one because I defend them.
What? No, it's just you're not the bad one.
I'm not really defending them. I'm defending things that people are saying. Like I try. There's just regardless of what about anything, they're still human beings. They are still human like you and me. So
you know, how are you today, hon?
And until we know, hey, I see you. And until we know exactly what the heck happened to this baby girl, and we know who, what, where, and when, there's just nothing that we can really do other than sit here and speculate, make up lies, try to look into shit and go deep diving into shit that doesn't mean anything. Like, it's just nerve-wracking.
Discovering says, save the arguments for Polar Ends episodes, LOL. That way it all builds up. Well, the thing about it is we've not had one in a couple of weeks. So
All I keep doing is changing the date. I'm hoping that I can feel good enough this weekend to do one. We can do it this weekend. Last weekend, she was away, so it would have just been me anyway, but I was getting released from the hospital. So I had a lot going on at that point in time. So I put it back for this weekend. We will see if we can get it going.
I was over at John's house, so
we'll see if we can do it this weekend.
Alpaca says, I have a friend who sucks me into a debate on everything under the sun.
Oh, God, yeah. I have a friend like that, too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do. Shit. I said that and everything fell off the damn thing.
Well, then you know how powerful I am, don't you?
You gotta be something because my husband likes you, and my husband doesn't even like me.
Well, ain't that sweet of him? Yeah. I like Dan. I like talking to Dan. I like his opinions.
I'm glad somebody does.
My brother.
I've had to deal with the man for 15 years now. There's been a lot of more downs in this damn relationship than there's been ups.
My brother-in-law is a debater. It's brutal. We could both be looking at the sky and he'll debate the color of it with you. Temperature hot today, 100. No, it's 97 always.
Yeah.
No, let me tell y'all something, and it aggravates the piss out of me. And I know I've went on about this, and don't get me wrong, I'm so proud of my children because I taught them to stand up and argue for themselves and everything. But my kids, it does not matter. If I say blue, they're going to say black. It don't matter. Something came up about the Kohlberger, the Idaho 4 case while I was at John Glenn's. And we got into, a bad argument, a huge bad argument. And he don't even follow the case. But because I said something, I had to be wrong. And he wound up having to turn it into a political argument. Because all the news stations that report on that actually say there could be something to it other than just him doing that. There had to have been somebody else. They are all Republicans. So they have to be lying. They're doing it for clicks and views. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. We got into a bad argument over it, guys. I mean, bad. Just pisses me off. You want to talk about debating? My kids will friggin' argue with a snail out here on the sidewalk. And that really makes me mad. But it makes me proud.
Dan feels that way. He feels a lot of reason why people do the shit that they do is just for the clicks and views. He's quick to tell you that.
I don't understand people who are gullible either, hun.
I don't understand myself either. Have to ask damn ass Tom.
Well, I think that was sort of meant for you. It says, I can't understand being gullible and knowing it. So sorry not to sound rude. I just can't comprehend that.
Like I said, I don't understand it sometimes either. I know I'm gullible and I still fall for the shit sometimes.
Discovering is telling Lisa, I've seen people sell things on YouTube. Dolly sells t-shirts and stuff on lives and they PayPal him the money.
He sells everything, soap, lotion. AB sells cookies and Common Bomb and
all these damn people sell all this shit, get all that money. All these people get donations all the damn time, and I don't understand. I've
never received a dime.
I am literally trying to give away a 2-night stay at a motel in Pigeon Forge, which is one of the towns that is visited the most in the world, and can't even get people to play this stupid game to give the damn motel room away. And all they have to do is play a game. They don't cost no money.
You're friends with me now.
What?
I wonder if that's because you're friends with me and some of your people don't like me.
I don't think that's got anything to do with somebody wanting to come to Pigeon Forge and stay 2 nights.
No, it's just that they're not having nothing really to do with you unless it's just reading or watching your stuff. And I really, if that is the case, then I'll stay away so you don't lose your people and stuff like that. I'm
Oh,
not
Debbie, for heaven's sakes.
like, I just don't want people to feel any type of way because I'm here with you.
You're
know what I
not.
mean?
Hello, Ginger Snap.
I hate to feel, I would hate to know that's the reason.
Well, honey, all you got to do to play is it's the scavenger hunt. You go back and you find the videos that I do 2 items per week. There's only been 4 given out so far. You do what it says, you take a picture of it and you email it to me. And I mean, the last 2, I think you had to Google something on Google, and then you send me the link or whatever to that. I mean, I've already talked to the guy that owns the motel. I'm getting a discount for the room to be given away. It's going to be over the 14th and the 15th of June, so that anybody who actually wants to be here for whatever vigil might be held for summer can actually have a room up here. But nobody's playing. I've had 2 people actually play. 2. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. I say 3 because Zero actually sent me in songs too yesterday. The ones from yesterday or day before, it was just I needed 5 songs that has summer in the title.
Yeah, see, I thought you said you were doing just members.
And no, I announced that I wasn't going to be doing members. I was letting everybody play.
Oh, okay.
So it didn't, nobody has to pay any money. They just play and send me the information.
Okay, because Corey thought me and Corey thought the same thing. What's up?
Everybody can play.
Maisie, are you okay, sweetheart?
Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Well, she's just giving out all your information there, ain't she? I will make a new announcement, make sure everybody hears it. But no, everybody can play. It's just nobody has been playing. So if anybody that y'all go back last week, it started on the 1st of March, and find the 2 items from that week and then 2 items from last week. It goes from Wednesday to Tuesday is the full week. And just send that stuff to me. And I mean, I'm writing it down. Anybody that sends the stuff to me. And then at the end of the 3 months or the 10 weeks, whatever it is, I'm going to put their names on a spin wheel, and that way it can be fair. And then I'll spin the wheel, and whoever, turned in all the items, and if their name gets picked, they get the room. That way nobody can say that I'm cheating or just giving the room to whomever.
Jeez.
You didn't understand how to do it. Okay, all you got to do is just watch my videos, and I tell you what to find. Which the first one was go to town and find a bucket or a pail or whatever of spackle and a trowel that you use to spread spackle with. Take a picture of yourself holding it.
Go to a hardware store. Even Walmart has that stuff.
Right. Send that picture to me. Well, even the dollar store and Dollar Tree and stuff has all that. Or go to your garage. Your old man might have it.
No, Walmart carries it.
And then the second one was, I don't remember what the second one was. Somebody, any missing person that went missing on June the 15th. Of any year, it don't matter what year.
Can I answer a question real quick?
Yep.
Where was it? Alpaca said she held back because she's modding. Well, I don't think you had a. I don't think it.
No,
mods can play, right? Yeah, mods can still play. I'm not playing because I know too much of the questions and stuff. I know a lot of it, so I won't. Even though I'm allowed to, I won't play. And I think Discovering knows just as much as I do about it.
Right. But yeah, everybody's. I mean,
even you don't have to purchase anything.
Allowed to.
You don't have to purchase not one thing. You just hold it up with take a picture.
Right. Oh, well, there is one item in there that you have to purchase, but you don't have to do that because there's 2 items per week. As long as you turn one item in, that's all that matters. That's why there's 2. Is so if you can't do one, you can do the other.
You see,
But
nothing there then.
there's going to be one in there where you actually purchase a bag of dog food or a can of dog food, whatever, and you take it to a local dog shelter and you hand it over.
No,
That's the only thing where you have to purchase anything.
You can donate it to my dog farm. No, I'm joking. God, Lord, did I tell you? So I had the dog that just had puppies, right?
Right.
Now her sister's pregnant.
Oh, wow. Cursed with curiosities. Yes, that's true. Somebody that went missing on the 15th of any year other than summer. It can't be summer.
Yeah, that's common sense. If you guys think it's summer, then you mistaken.
And vibes, it's okay if you hate selfies. Nobody's going to see any pictures of anybody unless you give me strict written permission to show your picture. That's the only way that any pictures will be shown to anybody. And you just email it to me so nobody's going to see anything.
Give me 1 second. I got to go find my long cord to put on my phone.
That's PayPal that they use. Who? Lisa. You thought it was talked about by the voices behind the wall. I'm missing something here, guys. Good morning, Gina. Evidently I missed something, Gina. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. If you're talking about the scavenger hunt, as far as I know, Voices Behind the Wall hasn't discussed it. It's the only person doing it is me. The people that sell the items on YouTube. Yeah, they'd use PayPal and Cash App. You're good. That bitch, you're good. What's WB? Yes, it's safer to use PayPal when buying stuff online so your information don't get stolen. Well, yeah, that's true, but y'all have to remember PayPal. If you're buying something from a creator or if you're donating money to a creator, if you use PayPal, they're like YouTube and they take part of the money. Cash App is the only one that doesn't take part of the money. I think she's talking about Dawn's Angel story. Oh. Thank you, Corey. Cher did talk about your scavenger hunt when you was on her panel. Did she? I didn't remember that. Huh. Okay, well, maybe. Come on. My poor baby puppy. My biscuit. She jumped in here to say hello, guys.
Oh, crap. I'm back. Sorry.
You're back?
Oh, thank you. I found one. I don't know if it's longer. Oh, it is longer. I stole Dan's out of the bedroom.
Anyway, like I said, guys, we just got on here to chit chat and to talk about stuff. Nothing in particular.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily.
Corey says hello, biscuit. Corey says hello, biscuit.
Yes.
Oh, here's my baby. She's a fat chihuahua, though. She probably weighs 35, 40 pounds.
Every time we get on the phone, y'all, that dog wants something. She wants something from her. She's like, hey, no, you can't be talking to nobody else. Time to pay attention. Her dog's too cute.
But don't we have to pay for the platform if it's not monetized? What do you mean? I don't understand, Lisa.
You were on Cher's panel?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. When?
I don't know, a while back. It was when I was doing the t-shirt thing, when we were trying to find out who was wearing the t-shirt from Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Back then,
Did
I
she say
went into her chat and she asked me to come up. Oh, she was doing some kind of fundraiser for what was it? What is the name of that organization? They send kids on trips and give them their dreams before they pass away.
Oh, the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. My niece was sent to Disneyland through them. Oh, to sell stuff on YouTube? No, honey. Right now, Dippy she's not monetized, and she could get on there and sell anything she wants to. You don't have to be monetized. You don't have to pay for anything. Your channel is your channel, and you can sell anything you want to.
Which I might start doing my crafts again and trying to sell that stuff. But that would be the only way I could try to make money on my channel because, like you said, I'm not monetized. I'm nowhere near being able to be monetized. Hell, you used to have 500 subs in order to get your community tab. And I busted ass to get over 300 and get close to it. And then they just given everybody their community tabs now. That pissed me off. No, God, that pissed me off. But yeah, like I don't make money off my channel. That's one thing I don't do. I have no way of doing it. So I might do the crafting stuff.
My puppy's sick. I think he ate something he wasn't supposed to. He finally feels better and ate and been drinking water after 3 days. Prayers for Scrappy, the rescue pit bull. Well, prayers for him, honey, even though I'm not crazy about pit bulls.
Corey, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then five puppies.
Yeah, you're
so
crazy.
I have 20 pit bulls right now in on my yard, my land.
Discovering says, I like chit-chatting with no specific topic. The conversations can go anywhere, LOL, quoting PG, just in case y'all think I don't know it specific. He said specific. Oh, that it drives me crazy when people do that. And I don't know if they just don't know better or they do it and know better or what. But she had it right. On that clip that where Don Wells was talking about, where he almost said intended.
Yeah.
PG was saying it right. She was saying he meant to say intended. And then halfway through the conversation, she said, he was trying to say tended. And oh God, that drove me nuts. Oh. So Discovering was making fun of her, how she says specific. She says,
did you see what Alpaca said? YouTube
No.
just gave me a podcast. Anyone else get that function? What are you talking about? What function?
Yeah,
is it like
they just come out with it where you can do actually.
Is it a tab or something?
Podcast. Yeah, it's a tab where so like Sunday, instead of going straight to YouTube, you would click on podcast instead of video live stream.
I don't have that. I have home, video, shorts, live, playlist, community tab, channels, and about.
Oh, well, I have podcast.
How come I don't have it?
If I did videos, I would expect to get paid. I won't ask for money. I'd get paid from YouTube because I work my research. Right, honey, but until you have 1,000 subscribers and 400 or 4,000 watch hours, you can't get monetized. YouTube wants to make sure people are interested in what you're saying enough to subscribe
Before
to
they pay you.
pay you. So that's why we're saying, everybody, please go over and sub up to Dippy so that she can hurry up and get her 1,000 subscribers.
I'm at 450 right now.
Corey says she has 3 rescue dogs or 3 rescues right now, 2 dogs and a cat. Okay.
Dude, Corey, I only have 1 rescue. The rest are mine. I got 1 dog. She's a hoe. I'm telling you, this biatch, almost every time, I'm not going to say every time she goes in heat, but almost every time, she breaks her collar, gets off her shit. She'll get out of her pen and hop over to one of my males. Thank God they're not like related like that. They're only related because I have them all. Like my males are different. They're not. I've never kept a male out of any of my litters, except for the one, and that's the dad of the one that is having puppies now. But
what I wish I could figure out? We were talking about YouTube a minute ago. I wished I could figure out how people put the ads in the live streams while they're actually doing the live streams. That's what I can't figure out.
What?
They'll have commercials while they're actually live streaming.
Oh, you mean like Christina Randall and Annie Alista?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I've seen people in our community do it too.
No, you can do it. I mean, you have to be you have to.
That's what I'm asking.
Not a partner, but you have to you know how like they have the thing where it says paid advertisements or whatever?
Yeah.
You have to get one of the, not necessarily one of the ones that they're doing, but you can go with any of them. You have to figure out, I don't know how the hell you get up with them like that though.
No, honey, I'm talking about the ads that show up in just videos and live streams and stuff.
Are you talking about the ones that you can skip or the ones that are actually that they do in the video? Like in the beginning?
It's all of them.
I know some of them will start in the beginning, like before they even do their whatever.
That's where we place them. We place our own ads.
Yeah.
So we place them at the beginning, and we have the option to place just skippable ones or do all of them or whatever. But the point being is, in a live stream, you do not have the option to even add the ads until after the live stream is over and they do their checks. There are some creators who can add the ads when they go live and have them throughout their live stream.
I think it would be just like what they do when you're like, we're live right now and you wanted to show a picture or something. I think that's all they do is they have it open in a different, have it videoed on a different tab, and then they'll take like a 5-minute break and play that video.
But that's not going to add to their ad revenue. If they play it, if YouTube don't place it or put the ad in there, it's not going to give them the ad revenue. They are getting ad revenue during live streams. Corey says she went and subbed up to you.
Thank you, Corey.
She said, I subbed to Dippy before she joined forces with Nana. Oh, she did. She joined, subbed to you before you came here.
Who, Corey?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been in my live a couple times. That's right. I have talked to her. I'm sorry, Corey. I'm just out of it.
I'm so sorry, hon. That's horrible. Little Wing is subbed to you.
Well, thank you, Little Wing. Now I've been subbed to her for a while. I like her. I just never thought that she'd ever sub to me, but thank you.
Yay, I figured out how to post Dippy's link. I'm so proud of myself. Oh.
Thank you, Discovering. Yeah, I've got to work with Maisie a little bit because she doesn't understand how to drop links yet.
I pay for premium, so I don't gotta deal with ads. Well, that's okay because the creators still get a percentage of the premiums too, so that's fine. In the middle of a live, a commercial came on. That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do. I don't know how to do that yet. I have to wait until the live is over, wait till they get through checking, which can take anywhere from 10 minutes to 24 hours, and then put my ads in. And by that time, everybody that's already wanting to see the video or the live stream has already seen it, and then you don't get any more new views. So therefore, you don't get any ad revenue from your live streams.
Okay, the only podcast button I see is like when you're in your original news feed, and then you got like all live news, and then I got podcast up there, but that's it.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was like in your channel, like a tab on your channel.
There is a tab on my channel.
See, this is on my news feed, like when I first open up YouTube, and to find who's live or whatever. At the top, it says all live news, podcast, mixes, music, so on. But when I go into my channel, I have.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. She said, Lisa says, Dawn and Candace were being so funny in chat the other night. I was drinking coffee and almost spit coffee through my nose.
I don't see that. Oh, Dippy, use your community tab to post about things in your state or something. A lot of people will. Oh, okay. Thank you, Little Wayne.
Plant Diva says, I pay for no ads. It's worth it.
Thank you guys for whoever just subbed. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. When I get better, I'm going to start doing lives again. The other day I did a rant one while Dan was in the dam.
I have watched that, Cursed. I have watched that, yes.
Watched what?
The video where Candace is screaming at Summer, saying she's going to, I don't remember exactly if she said she's going to beat her or smack her or something if she ever squealed like that again. Because little girls squeal. Come on, get real. Little girls squeal when they're happy, when they're having fun.
Ew, God bless, that still hurts. Damn. They really did something to my wrist when they put that IV in, because it's like right literally where it bends. And then like a day after they did it, they went to go put some potassium in, and I guess when they put the potassium in, it separated the needle from the vein, and the potassium went all up and down my arm, and it's still sore where it blew out.
No, Corey, that's not the trip to New York. That was that other little girl. That was her. I believe her name's Michelle. That was Sherry's other granddaughter from her other daughter. I think you have to have a certain number of subs to get the community tab.
Not no more, Plant.
But kind of remembering hearing that.
Not no more. It used to be 500.
Yeah.
But I've seen people under 100 get it. So
Pink Butterfly says she subbed to you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so very much.
Summer did love her swing. They might have been
like that swing. They were going to Wisconsin. So from my understanding, they can't go nowhere right now anyway. They can't go nowhere until the things with the boys is done. They cannot leave state. Now, once that's done, because there is no charges on them for anything to do with summer, they could possibly leave as long as they have TBI has all the information of where they are and how they can find them.
Guys, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be within yelling distance, but I got to let my poopy outside. She's wanting to go potty.
I don't know if they are still planning to go or not. I know they were.
Dawn's fixing up a house in Arkansas, and they're moving.
Yeah, that's what I was just about ready to say that. Thank you. I was going to say, as far as I know, I don't know if they're still going, but they were talking about going to Arkansas.
Moving to Arkansas.
Yeah, going. That's what I said.
Going could mean going for a visit.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh Lord, have mercy. So they are planning to move to Arkansas. I'm not sure if it's still in the works. Is that okay? Is that better? Is that how you wanted me to say it?
Yes, it's about damn time you get something straight, lady.
God dang, I can't do that. Man. My hair's all nutty now.
You're all nutty, is what you meant.
No, not muddy, naughty.
I said nutty.
Oh, nutty. Yeah,
Like
that.
crazy.
I am. Look who's my friends. Look who I have as friends.
Hey, you're telling me. YouTube changed it to lower number 4 or 500.
I love you.
Because I was grandfathered in. Maybe Don B and Candace are coming to visit Margie and the kids.
What?
Maybe Donnie and Candace are coming to visit Margie and the kids.
Well, I mean, he was up there with the kid, with Margie. Supposedly her kids adore their grandfather, so.
I'm only stuck on the oldest boy. Candace asked, "What did you do? Was it my fault?" He said. Then do need to talk to him that made a gag order.
Where did we hear that from?
He was stick with the story.
Where did we hear?
Cody Sue said it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, let's believe that.
You're believing Dawn and Candace?
I don't believe nothing that woman says either.
But you're believing Dawn and Candace?
I didn't know. I said they're innocent until proven guilty by a court of law, not by me. What I say and think has no relative. I am a nobody that deserves nothing in this case to do with this case. I'm just here. I'm a prop.
You're a prop. I have a question. Hold up. She's got a question. How do y'all handle storage issues with keeping recorded videos on whatnot? Let me tell you something I had from last year when I started my channel. I had every video I had ever done and every piece of information, every picture, everything on my computer until about, a month ago, Dippy, and I had to literally go and delete all my videos because I didn't have access to a flash drive to save them on. And it just depends on how big your computer is, hon. But I would suggest hanging on to your information, your videos and stuff, copying them over to a flash drive and saving them. And that way, anybody in the future that tries to say that something belongs to them, you have proof that it was your video first. I mean, granted, it's on YouTube already, but still.
I have information. I'm just praying that all my shit stays working because I have information on like 3 different phones, 2 different laptops. Like I have a lot of stored up on a lot of different things. So when I say literally I cannot find what I'm looking for, I really can't because I don't know which device it's stored on. And because I got my stuff from my iPhone that I no longer have. So I had to download the iCloud for the iPhone on my Google just so I have that stuff.
Here you go, Dippy. You're saying that you're insinuating that Jody Sue may not be telling the whole truth. But like Lisa says, Dawn and Candace never said that Jody Sue told any lies. They've not one time ever come out and said Jody Sue was lying about anything.
No, Donna has too. Donna said that Jody Sue was full of shit one time.
He said she was full of shit.
Yeah, well, to me, that's saying that she's lying.
How so? I say you're full of shit all the time.
We know each other, though. We don't know them.
They know each other.
I don't know. I mean, it's just me
Be
personally, the way I have listened to the things I've listened to from Jody Sue and the way she has said it and then backtracked on the shit that she said and then came back with, it's just a lot of and I understand where you guys are all saying, well, Donna Candace, I'm not talking about Donna Candace right now. I'm talking about Jody Sue.
Okay, hang on a second. Debbie says, not sure why my comment was removed, but whatever. What comment was that, honey? And I don't know why it was removed, but if you'll repost it.
I never even seen a comment being removed.
Ladies, for the people who know what I'm talking about, okay? And that what reminded me was this name right here. I have a little piece of information to share with you guys. I was talking to Don B, and this is how naive Don B is, okay?
Yeah.
That poor man had no clue what 420 meant.
Oh my God.
None whatsoever.
That's my favorite day of the year. No, I'm joking. No, it is. I do really like 420.
I thought it was naive, cute, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, Lisa, you're right. Jody Sue did lie on Don.
How did she lie on Don?
She's done a lot of lying.
Hold up.
Even when it comes to Andy, she's done a lot of lying.
How do you know? You don't know her. You don't know them. How do you
know?
Well, how do you know she's lying?
Even Detective John Pruitt and Ronnie Lawson said that nothing she says holds up.
That don't nothing Dawn and Candace are saying holds up either.
They never said that. They said it about Jody Sue though.
But how do you know Jody Sue is lying?
I just don't believe what she's saying. Like, it's some of the shit that she says just doesn't make sense. Like,
exactly.
It doesn't,
just like the rest of the world don't make it. Don't
exactly.
Make
yeah. Nothing in this case makes sense.
I have a tendency. I'm not saying that I like Jody Sue. I'm not defending Jody Sue in no kind of way. But I'm telling you.
Hello, good morning, Lips.
To believe what that witch is saying.
Good morning, Lips. Lips said because her mouth is moving.
Who? Jody Sue?
Yeah.
You don't know her either, Lips. I don't want to hear it.
She's funny.
Hello, good morning, darling. How are you? It's been a while.
I try to catch Little Wing every time she goes live. She's got some really good informative information, though.
Who, Little Wing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot fathom why Don don't specifically defend himself against the SA claims Jody has made on Don against Summer. Well, that tells you something right there, don't it?
Well, no, because it got debunked about the shower. Because there's no way possible she could have seen from outside.
How did what get debunked? Hold up. How did what get debunked? That she saw him getting Summer out of the shower?
Yeah. How can you see when when she's outside? You have to look through the whole entire living room, then do it through the door to the kitchen, and then off to the side to the bathroom. Okay.
What did she say?
See what they were doing?
What did she say that he done to Summer in the shower?
No, she said that she saw him and her getting out of the shower.
Okay, so how was that debunked? Because Donwells himself got on the phone and admitted that he put Summer and all three of the boys in the shower with him, with all of them.
Okay, but I'm saying what she said, that she literally seen it, got debunked because it was a lie. Because she did not see it. You would have to be in that house to see that.
Summer was 5 years old. You're telling me that Jody Sue has never been to that house when Dawn was getting out of the shower with that baby?
What is the odds on that? That she was in that house? I just don't believe that one is.
if I'm friends with somebody or neighbors with somebody over 5 year period of time, we're enough friends enough where I'm swapping items that are of illegal substance, more than likely that person's going to be in my house at some point in time in that 5 years. So the
Okay.
likelihood of her actually being there at some point when Summer gets sent out of the shower, yeah.
Drippy. What the hell is drippy?
What?
Oh, I was reading the comments. Sorry.
You're supposed to read them out loud, you know.
No, somebody said drippy. So I was like, what are you talking about, drippy?
Their computer knows more than they do about your name. That's what that means.
No, it's like the second time I've seen it say somebody say drippy. Good drippy morning, neighbor. Oh, Alpaca was talking to Lips because it's raining in Michigan.
Nana, do you need high fives in the face today, woman? Evidently I do.
Oh my God, that hurts. Don't make me laugh. Oh Lord. That shit hurts still, Nana.
I'm sorry, hon.
Make the pain go away.
Hello, McBro. Good morning. How are you?
Make the pain go away, Nana.
I can't. Damn, I had 2 steps away for a few and come back and Nana's yelling, LOL. What did I miss? Oh, nothing.
No,
We're talking about whether Jody Sue saw Dawn getting Summer out of the shower or not. And she's saying that Jody Sue couldn't be telling the truth.
There's no way for her unless she was literally inside that damn house. And she said she was outside. So that's bullshit.
Well, not okay. Okay, hold up. I will give you an instance where it couldn't be bullshit, okay? She's standing outside. So, and Candace is standing out there talking to her, right? Summer walks out the door with a towel around her because she just got sent out of the damn shower. Saying, Mom, I need clothes.
She literally said she seen them walk out of the bathroom. She did not. How can she see them walk out of the bathroom?
How do you know
You've got another damn wall and door to see through. Is she Superman? Does she have X-ray vision now?
Oh, good God. You're pushing it, lady.
Well, you're the one that wanted arguments, so I want to hear it.
Well, I'm telling you, there in 5 years' time, that woman could have fucking been in that house when Dawn and Summer come out of that damn shower.
Yeah. I don't know.
5 years' time, she's had to have been in that damn house.
I would never try to slip anything by you. I don't know, Alpaca Maid. She says, cheers to you, Dippy. I would never try to slip anything by you.
Who said that?
Alpaca.
Oh.
Hello, Annabella. Oh, God, you just got me really.
Let's play devil's advocate.
Woman, you got me all friggin' flustered up now. Oh.
Yeah, Radio. Donwells, quote.
Give me a minute to catch my breath.
Yeah, I'd have loved my ass. I don't care.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna be right here, but give me a minute. My lawyer's calling.
All right. Bottom line, Dawn admitted it. Exactly. That's the point. I don't believe much of what Jody Sue says either. But the plain and simple fact is that she could have been in that house at some point when Dawn and Summer come out of the shower. I believe much of what Jody Sue, like I don't believe much of anything, but I guarantee she's been in that house, even though she claims she was outside when seeing it. Thank you, Discovering. I appreciate that. Dippy, she says, tell that lawyer she needs him. She says it happened on the 14th. Jody Sue says Summer was being a brat and wanting a towel. If the shower window is on the side of the house, you can see from Ben Hill, maybe. Right. And if you think about it, wait a minute, it is. It points straight down. That's the window that points to the road, Ben Hill Road. Thanks, Donna. I have to run. Always a great time here. Have a good one, everyone. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Plant Diva. And you have a great one too, sweetheart. Glad you were here, babe. Has to be something to all the drugs and alcohol he's probably been using since preteen. Don also has used when he was younger. I would say he probably used it here lately too. She did know about Donnie in the shower because Candace wanted her to change her story and Jody Sue refused to. There you go. Thank you, Lisa. This is a huge issue in this case, trying to pick through what's credible on what's not, who is credible and when, right? I agree. I'm not saying Jody Sue tells the truth all the time. I'm just saying I have a tendency to believe some of what she says. If Jody Sue Brown is watching through the bathroom window, she needs help. Yeah, especially if she's trying to see Don Wells. That's bad. Oh, they do have a window in the bathroom. Jody Sue said she's outside talking to Summer's oldest brother. Don admitted it, so Jody Sue's statement don't even matter. There you go. I'm not sure there's a window in the bathroom because it's in the middle of the house. No, it ain't in the middle of the house. If you remember Chris McDonough's video, you go in where the boys' bunk beds were. You turn immediately to the right. There's the kitchen. You turn to the left after you've turned right, and you're looking straight back to the back of the house. All the way back to that wall is the bathroom. It's at the edge of the house, the outer wall. So I don't know whether it's got a window or not, but it's on the outer wall of the house. I think Jody Sue Brown didn't want to admit she was ever actually in the house, right? Or maybe she just didn't want to admit that she was looking through the window trying to be peeping Tom on Don Wells. Whatever happened was before the 15th. The 15th is alibi day. It was staged. True. That's what I'm thinking, LOL. While I look at Don. Ooh, yes. Exactly. Cough, cough. Amen to that. Probably. Problem thingy. Yeah, I never could figure out where that bathroom door was. Oh, because there was no bathroom door, Lips. Not until after Summer got gone and they started reconstructing the house. There was no bathroom door. Do you remember when Chris McDonough was looking and there was clothes hanging up that had some pink stuff and it was Summer's clothes? Well, on the other side of that was the clothes was the shower and the toilet. There was no wall, no door, no nothing. Candace lied about not knowing about
all right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Kids when she knew all along, right? They showed a window in the bathroom because there was a AC unit. The window, but that window I saw was after the remodel. Okay, well, I know, but I need to go back and watch that video and see if there's a window in there or not. I believe a lot of what Jody says. I certainly believe her over Dawn. True. Jody Sue Brown said she will never forget the last time she saw Summer was getting out of the shower with Dawn.
Whatever.
She said Dawn showered with the kids. Dawn said that he showered with the kids. All four of them at the same time. Yeah, I could never figure out what was back there. That was the shower and the toilet and stuff behind those clothes. Like I said, there wasn't no wall or door or anything at the time. hopped up on meds in the beginning of all of this, in my opinion. No, actually, in the beginning, when she was doing her Facebook videos and stuff, and when she first talked on the news, I don't think she was up on drugs then. But after she started doing her own YouTube channel, that's when all the and sit there 30 friggin' minutes waiting and then say something else. That's being hopped up on the drugs. Jody Sue Brown says the last. Yeah, I read that. Did you hear me a minute ago? Lips said that to tell that lawyer she needs them. The AC unit stood out to me because Candace said she didn't like AC, but Sun unit has a heater built in also. Do they have a living room like a couch comfy's on? No, they didn't. They walked straight into the built-on portion of the house where the bunk beds and stuff were at. You turn immediately to the right, go into the kitchen, and if you walk straight across, the sink is on the outer wall if you walk straight forward. If you turn to the left, right there's that bar where the stairs were underneath, TV hung on the wall above it. If you went past the bar and straight back, that's where the bathroom was at. You would have to turn to the right and go behind the clothes and the dressers and stuff, and that's where the shower and toilet and stuff was at. What's wrong, Dippy?
Nothing.
Then Jody Sue Brown said when Jackie Dobbs was there on the 14th, changed to seeing her with the puppy at the creek.
I'll talk to you about it offline.
Okay. He did say it wasn't my fault, right? He did. I think H was alibi for Candace, in my opinion. I can't find that video you mentioned about the couch being in the woods. Where can I find it? I didn't say it was in the woods. Somebody else said that it was in the woods. I'm not sure. But, I mean, I remember somebody telling me that they saw it in the woods. It may have been Amy Luhu that said it because she supposedly has been up there. I mean, she sent me pictures of the outbuildings and stuff from where she was up there. The last time she went up there, she found a baby doll half buried in the driveway. She sent me a picture of it too. She said she was off her meds in the beginning, right? It's a short on my page. Okay. Her thyroid meds. Lisa's wanting to know, are you okay, Dippy?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you.
Pommy, mommy too. Trevor is awesome. Yes, he is. Tori said, hand Dippy a tissue.
I don't need a tissue. I need a timeout before I curse somebody out.
Who are you going to cuss out?
Oh, nobody over this. That's for damn sure. About that phone call I just had.
Oh, okay. Lisa, I thought it might have been a hide-a-bed, and I did a video on that. And somebody came back, I forget who it was, and said no, that it was not a hide-a-bed. Cam's channel, is that what? Okay, Cam may have been the one that said it.
I didn't see, well, that doesn't mean it wasn't there, but I haven't seen a video that they made with a couch on it in the woods. I've seen sleeping bags, I've seen chairs, I've seen crap like that. I haven't seen nothing with a couch, though. Are you guys talking about the couch that was supposedly in front of the door down in the basement?
Yeah. The blue couch.
I thought Candace said she brought that upstairs and they were sitting on that in the living room.
There was no living room though.
Well, they made, like mine. You walk in my house, my kitchen and my living room are basically the same room, but we line things to make it define each room. You know what I mean?
Just
Like I
out of
have certain things on my wall that you don't go past because it would be the kitchen area then.
right.
So
Says,
like I have a
just out of
chair.
curiosity, does anybody have any evidence that either Dawn or Candace are involved besides them lying and saying and doing stupid shit, which
No.
everybody is lying and being stupid stuff?
No.
Honey,
Not that I know of.
The one comment that I got on that when I did that video asking people, I was begging people, please come and defend any Wells supporter or people who support the fact that they're innocent. Please come and give me a list of things. And one person did. And I'm looking
I
for
just
that.
think nobody wants to comment because they don't want to hear what other people are going to say to them.
Well, that wouldn't make sense.
Because, come on, they're going to, as soon as they come up with like one reason, they're going to get jumped on.
That's not true. They're commenting in mine, and I'm going to make
Yeah, but other people will attack them. I'm not saying you. I'm talking about other people in the comments. Like, because I know if you go back and read some of the comments from other ones that I've done, you'll see like 10 or 11 comments after mine attacking me for my comment. Because it was something to do with the wells. Like, it's crazy how your opinion will get you attacked quicker than anything. Like, how are you going to be mad at somebody else's opinion? That's their opinion. Doesn't make much sense, does it? I mean, seriously.
Right.
But we've had this conversation over and over and over again. I don't know. Just it's anything to do with this case just gets weirder and weirder by the day. Like certain creators, if they talk about it, they have like 10 to 12 trolls after them just for mentioning Summer's case. Like, that's crazy. When people start going real life over you and your opinion.
Right.
I mean, I'm grateful that I don't know. I know so far I know you're not being attacked like that. But I'm grateful, even for the person that I was in good with and then got exiled from.
Okay.
I'm glad that I didn't get attacked like most of the people they would normally go after like that.
Guys, this is the most positive, actually the only one that I've found so far where anybody gave a list of reasons why they believe Dawn and Candace are innocent. Okay, listen up. It says, TBI makes it sound like they believe she's most likely wandered off. 2, when Bullhorn called saying she just wants Candace arrested, she was told she would have to have committed a crime in order to be arrested. 3, CPS didn't take the boys away until 6 weeks after, and only after Dawn went on a binge. Next one is they took and passed a polygraph. 3, or whatever. There is no known evidence pointing to anything. They haven't been named as suspects, unlike most cases. Next one. The Wells can't even get away with drinking. Doubt they can get away with taking a child disappear with 4 hours max. Then it says, instead of going radio silent, they posted tons of photos, not in the best taste, of Summer that captured our hearts. They drew loads of attention onto their daughter. Then, too many lies have been said about the Wells to know what is actually true. Time and time again, we judge wrongly based on suspicious interviews, then find out they were innocent. The Wells have actually proven to me that they have patience to hold back physical interactions with people, more than most. I think most of us wouldn't have been able to hold back from MGL to JSB, and most spouses would have done damage on Jose and Crystal. Blows my mind that we haven't heard of any assaults besides Candace's claims. That was the most defense I got. And then one says, your gut instinct is not proof. None of us have proof pointing to innocent or guilty in the disappearance of Summerwells. And then the rest of them just say how all the things that I would have pointed out about them making themselves look guilty. Good morning, Eve.
Sorry, my dog got sick. I had to give her some milk.
You're fine. But if it helps, it was there when searched. So in my opinion, they would have hit on it. I missed something evidently. If Don was at work all day, why is he not cleared? Exactly.
Because, okay, this is what my theory on, this is just my theory, and this is my speculation of Don being at work. So remember Candace saying from the start that the boys were with Don at work, right? What if the boys were there?
No, hold it. No, actually, she says that they were left at home. No one in, no one out. Remember, the doors were locked because she left the boys.
That was after. But at first, she said the boys were at work with Donnie. And then she said, that's when her story changed. She said the boys were at home. Well, no. Okay, so this is what I think about that whole thing. So let me get this out real quick, and then we can debate about it. So I think what it was is that the boys went to work with Don. They came home at lunchtime. He dropped them off. That's where the no in and no out came from. So when she got home, the boys were there. He went back to work because he called to see how long she was going to be out or where she was. And they told her, when she told them whatever, they had their little conversation. Don went back to work, left the boys at home because he knew that, she'd be home shortly. Just not, that's my look on it. That's what I think that whole scenario was. The boys went with him. He brought them home. When he called, she wasn't coming home, straight home. That's where the no in and no out came from. So when she got home, they were there to help bring in the groceries or whatever.
Okay, now you said now we can debate that. Don Wells has said in an interview that he made that phone call to her and found out that she wasn't going to be home for a while at 3:00. At 3:09, we know that she was on the road headed to her house, almost like 5 minutes away from her house. He says he made that phone call at 3:00 and that she wasn't going to be home for a while, so that's why he went back to work.
I thought that's when, okay, so maybe when he called and they were at the pharmacy, is that when he called her?
No. He's saying that phone call that they said was made while they were at the pharmacy that's the phone call he's talking about that he made at 3:00.
That wasn't, but they have the pharmacist, the Walgreens already proved that wasn't true, that they were there earlier to pick up the medicine.
Where did you get that?
Because didn't the pharmacist get into an argument with Grandma over one of the medications?
Where did you get that information, though, is what I'm asking. Because I've never heard that.
Pretty much, I'm pretty sure that's where I got that when I was modding for Benny.
Because I called and talked with Walgreens.
They can't give you information like that, though. That's patient.
Then how would Benny have gotten it?
I think that's what was told Benny, like from Candace and Grandma on that. I don't know. I don't know where any of the information come from. I just know that I'm pretty sure that's where I heard it from when I was modding.
Well, what I'm saying, though, is if just like with Jody Sue saying that the dogs came and sniffed at her feet, the only person we have heard that from is Jody Sue. So if there was supposed proof that they were at Walgreens at 11:00 because Grandma got into an argument And how could grandma have gotten into an argument with somebody inside? They went through the
pharmacist?
They went through the drive-through.
You don't talk to nobody in the drive-through? Because
Well,
I
yeah,
know when I picked up my medicine the other day, I talked to the pharmacist through the
you
window.
don't sit and argue with them.
Be damned.
Um,
I
but
would.
the point being is Don still says he made that phone call at 3:00.
That goes back to me saying that their perception of fucking time isn't like ours. Like he could have thought it was that, but it was probably a lot earlier than what he thought. I'm just saying that's my thing on it. I don't think he called at 3:00. And if he did, it wasn't to see about coming home. That's what he did when he dropped off the boys. I feel like he did that phone call and asked what time they were going to be home or where they were at because he was ready to take the boys home.
Well, then why was he saying there was somebody up on the property wanting to touch the kids?
Maybe one of the boys had said something to him about it because there was one point where
the boys had been
one
with
of the
him.
boys had said it too. Like they had said it to.
Right. But if the boys had been with him all day, then how would they have known somebody was up there trying to touch them if they weren't there?
That might have not have been from that point. He could have just been bringing it up because one of the boys had told him that.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Like maybe it was just that they were talking and one of the boys brought it up. It didn't have to be from that day. It just could have been just a conversation they were having.
Another problem, losing track of who said what, when, exactly. You're most welcome, Eve. You are welcome here anytime, hon. It's JLR. It was debunked as not real person who worked at Walgreens.
No. Yeah, maybe it was JLR that I heard that grandma got into the argument with them. But from what I understand, it was grandma went and got the medicine. It was like 12:30, I think.
Discovering says, I've never heard about any arguments over medication, and they can tell you if and what time they were there. They can't tell what meds they are taking. Patient confidentiality.
Well, wouldn't it all be patient confidentiality? Like the time and place. And I mean, I couldn't see them just giving that information out to anybody not related or.
Actually, what I called about was to see if they picked up the videotape shit. Thank you.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general, how can they give somebody information on somebody else if they're not related, like indirectly related, or they're not a government official?
Okay, I've got another argument for you here. Okay, you're saying that supposedly another creator, which we're not going to mention,
I agree, Corey,
was told by Candace and Grandis about this supposed argument, right?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, but
okay,
now thinking about it, I think it was JLR.
Okay, well, fine, JLR. It don't matter which one it was. But the point being is, why would Candace and Grandis, you said that the person at Walgreens verified that that's what time they were there. Why would Grandis and Candace go and verify what time they were there? No.
The person verified it, but Grandis and Candace told them what time, so they went and verified it. Not Grandis and Candace wanted to know what time they were there.
So the same thing, but yet when I said I called and talked to them, you're like, well, they wouldn't tell you that.
No, I mean, how could they tell you any information? Like, so because this person, you got to think, this person also could have been like, I'm their brother, or I'm the sister, or I'm working with the TBI. You know, like people say some of the off the wall shit just to get information. I'm not saying it's exactly what was said. I'm not saying it's exactly who I heard it from. I just remember hearing it. And it was from a year and a half ago. So no, I'm not going to remember exactly what was said.
I wasn't meaning that you had to remember exactly what was saying. I was meaning that whoever supposedly was saying that the person at Walgreens verified it, I mean, it just didn't make sense to me, is all I'm saying. Because if JLR went in there, why would they tell him something that they wouldn't tell me? Of course,
I don't think they.
JLR,
Well, see, JLR does a lot of shit and says a lot of shit just for that money, and he don't care if he's telling the truth or not.
exactly, just like the remains that happened on May 8th last year, or May 30th last year, when he says he walked up to the damn incident scene before they ever even got the remains out of the damn woods, and he said, oh, they told him that it was such and such body and blah, blah, blah.
It was what?
I think he said it was a male body, and no, it wasn't Summer, and this and that and the other. How would he know they hadn't even got the damn bones out of the woods yet? He said some cop told him that.
Well, all I can say is if you believe JLR, you are dumber than a box of rocks with him.
I do not believe JLR.
I'm not saying you, I'm saying in general.
I don't believe any damn body.
Like any of the Scooby-Doo truth, like any of them, if you're following them, I'm not saying nothing bad against you, but you obviously like comedy because that's all they're good for.
We don't. We don't bash other creators on here.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying all they're good for is the comedy part of their actions. Like that's it. That's my feeling on them. I don't care for them. I don't want to talk about them. I don't like them, and that's where it leaves. They're just comedians.
Are you talking about McDonald's?
They're comedians.
McD did confirm they were there. I don't know who you're talking about, McBro.
Who's Billy?
What?
Who's Billy? Discoverer said, Corey, that's a good thought, but didn't Hunter say it was Billy? Who's Billy? I've only ever heard him say A.
No, he's talking about the guy that was up there supposedly wanting to touch the kids. And when, yes, he said that, and somebody else asked, I think it was Chris McDonough asked, was it Billy? And he's like, no, Billy's the old man that comes up there and he's got a crush on grandma. He's not, they wouldn't allow him to touch the kids. Yeah, I remember that conversation. No, it wasn't Billy. Billy Dishman is who you're talking about. That's the guy that would get into an argument when he would get drunk. He would get into an argument with his wife and he would go up there and stay on the property in the sheds. And he had a thing for grandma and kept trying to get with her.
Yeah, I'm breaking out with something all over my arm. I wonder if it is that medication.
Oh, Chris McDonough is who you're talking about. Okay. McD, yeah. Okay. I got you. He said he might as well work over because they were going swimming. Also has said he wasn't sure if boys went swimming or not. Candace lied to Dawn that day. So if you're going to believe anything that Dawn says, then obviously Dawn is saying that the kids were not with him. I thought Fred showed Ziggy the deer bones, saying it was Summer's remains. Fred did show Ziggy deer bones.
But he didn't say they were Summer's. He just said, look what I found type shit.
And the remains that were found in Bristol on May 30th in the edge of the woods was not deer bones. They still have not released the information about that person.
Wasn't that the one that person was like, no, that was in Virginia. Never mind.
Bristol, Virginia. Bristol, Virginia and Bristol, Tennessee are the same town. You hear me?
Huh?
I said Bristol, Virginia and Bristol, Tennessee are the same town.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know they were that. It's all
one town. Like they have a road that runs through the middle and that's the state line. Yes, that's what he said, Nana, and everybody assumed he was referring to Billy D, but somebody else has recently mentioned another Billy, Wild Bill. Oh, I didn't know that. It wasn't Dishner. Yes, that is confusing. Fred knew those were deer bones. In my opinion, he was messing with Ziggy. I believe that 100%. Always good to see you. Who said what? That's what I thought, Alpaca. Thanks. Oh, Lord. So where are we going to go with this? Hell if I know. Beloit, Illinois, Beloit, Wisconsin are also the same town. Really? Am I saying that right? Beloit? Cursed with curiosity. If you're talking about where are we going to go with this, we're just on here running our mouths because we were bored. And because I was too lazy to make a video today. I have those lazy days, you know. So me and Dippy, who evidently is not here any longer. She sort of just drops off and goes away. Oh, there she is. Where did you go? And why are you a twin now?
I had no idea. I was like, wait a minute, she got really quiet. Is she mad? I looked up and it said something went wrong.
Watching Grandma's video. Pay close attention to what she says about waiting on her meds. Any word on if they went to court yesterday? Oh, I've heard that they did go to court and nobody knows anything. It was Brandon on JLR's video, Nana. He said Chad Arnold and Wild Bill. Oh, okay. It's okay to talk about our thoughts and opinions, Nana. Yes, it is, sweetheart. And everybody has a right to their opinion, and everybody has a right to stand up for what they believe in. I totally believe that 100%. What I do not like is for somebody to make a statement like I say, I totally, with 100% in my heart, and I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I believe that Don Wells diddled that baby. But that's my opinion. Now, what I can't stand is say I'm somebody else and I make that statement. Well, 2 days later, I get on here and I say, oh, I don't believe he touched any of those kids. I don't believe that for a second. Well, I've already made the statement. If I'm going to be bold enough to make a statement like that, then I should be bold enough to stick up for what I've said and not flip-flop. I can't stand people who do not stand up for what they believe in. If you believe something and you've said it, then you stand by what you've said. Now, if evidence comes out to prove otherwise, then yeah, you've got the right to change your mind or change the way you think. But don't get on here and say one thing 1 minute and then say something else another. Like if Dawn and Candace came on my panel, I'm not going to immediately change my thoughts and how I think and, oh, well, they're innocent and didn't do anything wrong just because they're on my panel. No, I'm not like that. And if Don Wells was to tell you the truth, he would tell you, well, Stitching and Bitching can tell you. Tina can tell you. And that other girl, Christine, can tell you. I told Don Wells that's what I thought. I have no reason to change my mind or change the way I think just because I'm speaking to somebody. And if people don't like the way I think or the way I talk, they don't got to listen to me. Nana, don't get mad. She just gets passionate. Heated, passionate. Yes, thank you, baby. That's true. I believe everybody should have a right to their opinion and their thoughts, no matter what it is. And if you believe that Don and Candace are innocent, that's fine. I just want somebody to give me a reason why they think it. Hang on a second, guys. I got to shut the door. My puppy was tired of being outside. I just wish somebody would come and give me a reason. I would love to have a reason to think that these people did not hurt this child. I beg for somebody to come and convince me, change my mind, tell me why I should believe that they are innocent. It kills me to think that a parent would do such horrible things to a child, any parent, any child. Thank you. You think Dippy fell asleep?
No, I'm not sleeping.
I'll never understand why people think that they are innocent. I don't either, hun.
Just like some of us would never understand why you guys think they're guilty.
But the difference there, Dippy, is that we actually give reasonable not facts, but we give reasons why we believe that they are guilty. Nobody other than, like you say, hang on before you do a rebuttal here. Like you say, I always believe innocent until guilty, or it's just how I feel. But nobody has given an actual reason why. Okay, that woman on the comment says, well, they took a lie detector test and they passed it. Okay, well, so did Ted Bundy. That's not a reason for us to believe that they're innocent. I'm just asking somebody to give me a reason. We give reasons like they've lied through their teeth ever since it's happened. I mean, and it's not just about important things, it's about stupid stuff that they lie about. They did not immediately go out and start hunting for their child. Candace did not come out of the house for 8 days and talk to the media. She was refusing to even come out and go to the police station. I mean, those are not actions of an innocent person.
Says you.
Huh?
That's saying you saying that. Because I know, like, if my daughter was completely missing and
you would refuse
my ass would be in that fucking bed. I guarantee you. I would be in that fucking bed because I'm already a depressed person. I'm already a manic depressive. Okay, that's fine, so that would add to it to where I'm not leaving my house. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm just sitting here until I feel comfortable enough to do anything.
You're saying that the minute your child went missing, and you supposedly yourself...
Well, she supposedly went looking when Summer first went missing.
Okay. Keep that thought and remind me here in a minute. But you're saying that when your daughter went missing, that you would crawl in the bed immediately and not talk to anybody, not give the cops the information they need, not be willing to be questioned and clear the fact that you didn't do anything, so that they would get on out here and look for somebody that stole your child. You wouldn't cooperate at all with the cops because you'd be too depressed.
They were cooperating, though. Who said they weren't?
Honey, it's Candace herself said they had to force her in the cop car.
Well, yeah, the first day I'm not going to want to leave the land, because what if she does come back the first night? I'm not going to want to fucking go nowhere either.
Why would she
stay right here and wait for her?
Why would she not come out of the house the night that Summer went missing? Why wouldn't she go out and talk to the cops that night?
They went inside and talked to her.
No. It was said that she refused to go outside and talk to the cops. Robin even said that she had to give the cops an accurate, up-to-date picture of Summer because what was given to the cops was not.
Right.
And as far as her looking for Summer, you're telling me that you're living on 11 acres.
Well, from what I was told, they were told by TBI not to go look.
No,
Do
hold up.
not search until their land was cleared.
This was before TBI ever come. This was before the cops ever got there. You said she went looking for her daughter. Okay, the thing is she says she was gone 2 minutes, which yes, I agree, could have been 10 minutes, whatever. That's not a big deal. That's the way we talk here. She went in the house. She could not find her child. She looked under the covers. She looked under the bed. She searched the house. Okay, that's fine. That's still what, maybe 15 more minutes. This is a 5-year-old. They're on an 11-acre piece of property, which, no, it's not 11 acres to the road, but still, it's a pretty damn good ways to the road for a 5-year-old. You're telling me instead of going out and searching in all those buildings and stuff that were on that property, she immediately jumps in her truck and starts running up and down the damn road. Why was she looking for Summer at the head of damn Ben Hill Road or down at the damn church when it couldn't have been more than 20 minutes since she got gone? The child, if the child was there, was more than likely on the property. Why was she running up and down the damn road looking for her? I mean, my first thought I would have been going and looking in the buildings. I would have been looking for those old wells to make sure she didn't fall down the old wells. I would have been searching that damn property first.
She said she doesn't go in the woods because she's scared of the bears and coyotes.
So she's so damn. Oh, I don't mean to yell, Dippy, but you're telling me she's so fucking scared of the damn wild animals that she would allow. If she's scared of them, what do you think they're going to do to that baby? That bitch should have had her ass out there if she was so fucking scared of the damn animals. If she saw a fucking bear, you're supposed to throw your ass in front of the damn bear to protect your child. But she was so scared of them, she wouldn't even go look for her lost child. She would rather jump in a fucking truck and run up and down the damn road and do diddly shit. Oh, Lord, I would love to talk to Dawn and Candace and tell them what the fuck I think.
She might have. Okay, so with her jumping in her truck and going up and down the roads, she could have been looking like maybe thinking that maybe the baby went off and took off down the road, walking or something, and maybe somebody might have hit her and she was looking for her on the side of the ditches. We don't know. We weren't there. We're only speculating on shit.
Would your first instinct not be to look on your property first? In the buildings, down the trail. I mean, I would have first, if the boys run up and down that trail all the time and Summer followed them, my first instinct would have been to search that trail and make sure she didn't fall and hit her head or something like that. My second instinct would have been send them boys and go myself and search all the buildings on that piece of property. If I was Candace, instead of running up to the head of Ben Hill or down to the damn church, my first instinct after I searched the buildings up top next to the house, I would have went to that damn shed where Dawn supposedly went. There are so many things that she could have done that she didn't even bother trying to do. By her own admittance.
Well, I know that shed at the bottom, when I went down there and took my video of it, I would only go but so far because the grass is so darn high that there's snakes and shit in there. And you're not going to get me walking around where snakes are. I don't give a damn.
But you're telling me a 5-year-old's going to think, oh, well, I don't want to go down that trail or go into that shed because there might be snakes. So I'll just wander down the road. A 5-year-old ain't going to think like that.
No, she's very outdoorsy.
How do we know she's very outdoorsy? Because that's what Dawn and Candace said.
Ow, damn it. Son of a beach.
Cam and Allie has a member-only video. It shows a lot of the property. Cam specifically says someone could break a leg walking down this trail. But yet he sure damn defended somebody running up that trail and grabbing Summer and running back down it.
I know the trail that I looked at, even though it was steep, I'd still be able to go up and down that damn trail. As long as you have the right type of shoes on and you're not wearing fucking high heels or boots or anything, and you're wearing the right type of shoes to climb, you'd be able to climb up and down that side of that hill. Even
My
if it is
brothers
steep.
played with snakes when they were little. Exactly.
I
Candace
can't
has
do
recently said Summer likes to be
I,
inside.
I
Okay,
can't do
listen.
snakes.
Candace has recently said Summer likes to be inside with Dawn. The boys like to fish with her. They contradict themselves all the time. So frustrating. Okay, Doolittle Talks channel talked to Sonic Jen, manager, for whomever I was talking to. Someone would have seen someone running away with Summer, bottom line.
I don't know about that. Not if they were just running down the hill to get in the car. If they ran down that hill, you wouldn't have even seen them. Because from where grandma's camper is to where that trail is, you can't see the trail from there.
You can't see the damn house from Ben Hill. So why would make them that's another thing. Those three boys supposedly was there by themselves all damn day. But yet somebody sat in the damn edge of the woods and waited for Summer to come in and didn't even she went in the front door and went to the basement. How the hell would they have even known she'd went to the basement? To have snuck up there, snuck in the damn house and grabbed her. And why didn't they grab one of the boys? I mean, hell, she looked like the boys.
Boys weren't outside, she was.
No, according to her mom and dad, she was not outside. She was inside.
Yeah, but when she went downstairs, she was the only one that went downstairs to play with her toys. So she was the only one that went outside.
She didn't go outside. She was in the basement.
That's what supposedly what happened. Obviously, she had to go outside.
Why
Or
did she?
somebody took her outside. But they said that she has opened that door before and went outside to her swing. So if she got bored, if she didn't want to play with anything downstairs, then the only option to how to go outside without mom saying something would be going out the bottom door.
Right, but Candace and Dawn are saying that she was inside.
As far as Candace knew, that's where she sent her, was inside. She doesn't know. She doesn't know if she walked out or if somebody walked out with her. All she knew is that the baby went in the house. From that point on, she doesn't know what happened. Period. Like, how would she? She wasn't in there with them. When she went to ask the boys said, oh, she went downstairs to play with her toys. So when she got down there, she was like, hell, there ain't nothing here I want to play with. And went outside.
Then that's my point. Why didn't they make that statement instead of saying for positive that she was took from the basement? And that is what they said. That somebody came in that back door and took her. Funny, no dogs were there that day of all days. I can't see that being true either. Not with how many there are. Should have been at least one dog. I agree.
Okay, so when the Hawkins County Humane Society came and got the dog, they only got, what was it, mom and the puppies, and then I think it was like 4 other dogs. And okay. Not all of them, none of them dogs besides Lucky was actually theirs. Summer confiscated Lucky, but the rest of the dogs were just stray dogs. They were not their dogs.
They might not have been, but they would have still been there. If they were there, they would have still been there.
I can't say whether or not, like, stray dogs don't always stay around. They go and play, they go and waddle, they go to somebody else's house where they find food. I mean, I'm not saying that, but from my understanding, the mom dog was there underneath the house with the puppies. It was just the other loose dogs weren't there.
Well, donwells says all the damn dogs were gone. Them damn dogs.
No, I mean, if the one underneath the house with the puppies, he wouldn't have even known because she was under the house. she's not going to leave her puppies. And if she does, she's not going to go that far away from them.
Okay, who said what is asking? Says, okay, hang on a second. Can you read that and answer them? I got to answer this call.
Yeah. Okay, then why the definitive statement of adoption? They didn't have to add extra stuff. I agree with you. Like, I believe. Okay, so my theory on Dawn and Candace, y'all, is I think a lot of stuff that they have said because they know that's what people want to hear. They're just trying to amuse, I guess you want to say. Like, I feel like a lot of shit that they said is bullshit, and they know it's bullshit, and they're just saying it just to throw it out there and see what people are going to run with. Because I think that's what they like, the drama. They like, I guess, the negative attention that they get with it, which, I have no idea why. That would be like the last way to get attention in my eyes. But I'm oh my gosh. I believe that they're innocent because they have not been proven guilty. And regardless of all this information that everybody has, I believe that if it was that bad, social services would have took them kids way before Summer went missing. I don't know. That's just me and how I'm looking at it. I can be really screwed up and off, but that's just my outlook. And I mean, there's nothing that's going to make me change the way I feel until I see them with handcuffs sitting in the court. That's just...
Yeah. I just dumped everything over. Sorry, guys.
My dog is barking like my husband's home.
Anyways, so I didn't get to hear that, but I trust she answered the question.
Yes, I answered it. Oh, he is home. He's dropping the trailer off up the hill.
Oh, Lord! Ethel, get them damn clothes on.
No, he's not down here yet. He's still up at the house.
In my opinion, Summer never came out of the truck. The video of her in the back seat with the milk jugs is very telling, and her last ride before handing her off. Where's Candace's ball cap in the video?
What? I mean, no. Oh my God. Because she's not wearing a ball cap in the video, but she's wearing it outside.
She was wearing it in the video, and now she doesn't ever wear it anymore. She hasn't wore it since. Have you not noticed that?
She wears other hats. I've seen her wear a hat every time. Every time. It may not be that one, but she has worn hats every time. Oh wait, he went to pick up the other. Damn it. He's not coming here. He went to go pick up the other trailer. Now I'm pissed.
Okay, it says from what some there said, CPS was so overwhelmed with kids. There were kids already sleeping on office floors, so they were already taking kids whose life was in imminent danger.
Shut up.
That's not true. Peas in a pod, that's not true. Yes, there were children sleeping on office floors, but not in Hawkins County. That came out of Knox County where that happened. That was not Hawkins County.
Are we sure?
Yes.
How do we know that for definite that it wasn't? It's just Knox County and not other counties.
Because I didn't say it wasn't other counties. I'm talking about the report that everybody's talking about, stating that there was children sleeping on the office floor. There was a big to-do about that. I mean, it just wasn't. They reported it on the news.
So it just wasn't stated that other counties. It was just stated Knox County. So we're not sure that Hawkins County has the same issue.
So you're wanting to argue this point?
No, I'm just saying. In general, we don't know
Right?
if it is
There
Hawkins
was
County just because
there
they
was
weren't. It's not a write up.
there was a news report because there was a complaint made against CPS. So there was a report of children sleep. They were taking children out of their homes, saying that their parents weren't good enough. And then they were taking them from them, but yet they didn't have no place to put them. So they were making pallets in the office for these children to sleep.
Yeah,
That happened. That happened in
Knox County, right?
That happened in Knox County.
That's what I mean. Just because we don't know if it is happening in Hawkins, just because we don't have a thing on it yet. You know what I'm saying?
But I was just trying to make it clear that that report was not.
That report wasn't about Hawkins. No, it wasn't about Hawkins, but I was saying it was just not stated about Hawkins because that was about a different county. But we're not completely sure that Hawkins County doesn't do that because it just hasn't been nothing but.
I'll be right back. Hang on a second. Oh, yeah. Shut the door. Biscuit, shut up. Here you go. Those drinks are right there, Johnny. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Swapping out drinks for sugar. All right, I'm back. Dippy, you can go on with your rant. Hello?
Yeah.
No, I'm not holding on. Where's Ethel?
That's what I'm looking for. I don't know. I seen him pull out of his mom's driveway, but I haven't seen him where he went to.
Well, hello, Anita. How are you today, sweetheart? Oh, you look just like one of my friends I used to be friends with. Her name was Crystal. You look just like her. Red hair and all. You're very pretty. And no, I'm not hitting on you.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. That bobcat bit my ear regularly when Candace had long hair prior to March 2021.
She wore a ball cap because her hair was short, so it made her feel more masculine.
We still don't know that Donwells didn't hold them down and shave their friggin' head as punishment. Because I'm telling you, I've got a picture of Candace where it's a picture. You know how women, when they have long hair and they're very proud of it and they have people take pictures of their hair. I have a picture of Candace like that, where she had somebody take a picture of her long hair. Her hair was down to her waist. And she had somebody take a picture of it. Candace loved her damn hair. I don't see her shaving it. "21 months later, we know a lot more truth than we did then, straight from the suspect's mouth and LE.
That's so fake. That's so false. We don't know nothing. We know the same amount that we knew from then. There's nothing new or truthful that came out in this case.
What duty Ron video are you looking for, Wicked? Yeah, it was lies, and it's stated. I'll do a video on that. I've still got Marlena's stuff that she posted the day that someone went missing. I've still got all that Facebook stuff, and I will make a video where she says that Candace said it was head lice. That's why they shaved the baby's head, and more than likely it might be why she shaved her own head. There's a worried tone in both her voice and passenger. In my opinion, she didn't have her hat on because it fell off in a panicked hurry. if he's able to confirm she's alive, he had to have seen her, so he obviously knows where she's at, or at least who has her. I hope he's turned it over to LE. Who are we talking about? I think they may have sent her away too. Yeah, I know that's what Candace said. But are you really wanting? I mean, I'm not sticking up for nobody, but come on. If are you on national TV because your child is missing? Do you really want to get on there and say, "Oh no, we shaved all our heads because we had headlights we couldn't get rid of"? I don't think so. So you're gonna be coming up with some damn lie to tell why you shaved your kid's head. Your hair is to your knees. Oh, I would love that.
My hair's like right to the middle of my butt.
Mine's not. Mine's down to my butt, but not past
Mine's
it.
getting cut. I gotta wait for a day. Ethel goes like to the river to go fishing.
Yeah.
I'm chopping his shit off.
No, my opinion is it was either True or Marlena that said that. All right, guys, we've been going for 3 hours now.
Has it been that long?
Yep.
Holy shit. It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
I think she shaved the bleach and color out of her and Summer's hair, and Dawn made her. Just my opinion. Now, see, that's where I'm going with it. It's strange that Candace and the baby's hair was both the same length. So they had to have been shaved together. I don't believe that bullshit of, oh, well, she saw my hair that way, so she wanted to do it. They're both the same length. I think they shaved them at the same time. So either Dawn done it as punishment, or like you said, they were shaving it because of the color dye or the head lice or something.
I believe it was because of head lice. The only reason why is because I've recently have family members that I just realized that both of their hairs are cut like really short. And I was like, what in the fuck? I was pissed off actually. And then I found out why, and I was like, oh my God. Like it's ugh. They said because their hair is so damn thick that it would take forever for that metal, and they don't use the plastic combs that come in the bottle. My family has metal ones that is made for it. And with their hair being so thick, there's just no way to get that metal comb through it to get the eggs that like cement themselves on your hair. So they literally had to cut their hair short enough to get that comb through it.
Dippy, do not take offense to this statement. Says Mama Mac says, Dippy, you lose the argument when you make excuses for everything, and I'm not trying to be rude.
Oh, I mean, Nana's told me that. She's told me that. Like, I'm just trying to make examples, not excuses. But that goes back, I don't believe they done anything to hurt their daughter. I mean, the dad is sketchy, so I guess I'd be on a defense side with up and down with would he have or hey, because in some points you look at him and he's like this Summer's idol, and then then you listen to him and you're like, how the hell, like he's really sketchy. But I really don't think I honestly don't believe Candace had anything to do with it.
That's the thing. You say that you don't think they done anything to hurt her, but you're not saying that you don't think they did something. Okay, maybe I should rephrase that. Dippy, do you think that they either one of them or both could have done anything to have moved that child away from here, caused her disappearance? You have told me yourself that
I believe Don. I believe Don may have, and I tell you that a lot. I believe Don may have
So
something to do with that.
therefore, you do not think they are innocent. So you're
I
fighting.
don't think Candace has any idea about it. That's my thing. I do
Okay.
not think Candace has. And I tell you that all the time too. I don't believe Candace does.
But therefore, you do not believe that they are innocent. Because nobody's fighting the argument that he killed her. Nobody's absolutely saying that. We're saying they are the cause of the disappearance, however that may have happened. So maybe that's why people are getting agitated, is because you're fighting against, we're saying that they may be the cause of her disappearance, and you're saying they're innocent, but you really truly do not believe they're innocent.
Because I guess I get it, because when everybody just assumes that they're guilty, I'm thinking that they think that they did something to hurt Summer, or not that just caused her disappearance, but in generalization, they done something to hurt Summer. And that's where my argument lies. I don't believe they hurt her. Now, Don may have something to do with her being gone, but I don't believe Candace does. But where the guilty knowledge with Candace lies is that Candace knows who or what. She just doesn't realize it or understand it. Does that make any sense?
Yes, that does make sense. And so in the end, you truly do not think they are innocent. You just believe they didn't kill her.
I mean, how wouldn't that be innocent? Like, I believe they did not do anything. I believe Candace is innocent. I don't think she had anything to do with Summer. Don is sketchy. He may have had something to do with her disappearance, but that's it. I don't believe anything else that he has done to her.
Okay, hang on. Let me explain this. If I made the accusation they did something to end her life, and I'm sticking with that. If I make that accusation, then you would be right in saying you believe they are innocent. But that's not what I'm saying, and I'm speaking for the majority of the people. What we're saying is they are responsible for her disappearance, however that may have happened. We believe they are responsible for her disappearance. And in that sense, you can't say that you believe they're innocent, because you just sit here and said that you think it's a possibility. Now, as far as Candace, if Candace has guilty knowledge, she may not have known about it in the beginning. She may not have. But since she has found anything out about that child's disappearance, and she didn't go directly to law enforcement and tell, then she is just as guilty as the person that done it.
But that's what I'm saying. I think her guilty knowledge is that she knows, but she doesn't know. That's where I get kind of confused myself. Like, she knows, but she doesn't realize that she knows.
Right. But still, then that's what I'm saying. You're fighting saying that they're innocent, but you were arguing that they did something to make her go away. We're not saying they did something to end her life.
And then that's where it goes back to me saying, I don't believe that Candace at all, any way, shape, or form, have anything to do with it. If it had to do with the parents, it had to do with Don.
I believe that 100%, but I also believe that Candace has been out since.
No harm a cat.
We've all witnessed Don and Candace drunk under the influence or something. So how can you say they never hurt their kids? Just mental anguish is hurtful, in my opinion. Yes, agree, Nana. That's true. That's true, but that's pushing what we're talking about right this second, though. I mean, that's just day-to-day living for a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, I've seen people that are on substances that can deal with their kids and be great with their kids 10 times better than if they were sober. Like, I'm not condoning it, but I know, like, they are 10 times better a parent when I'm not alcohol. It has nothing to do with alcohol, just drug wise. And I'm not talking about the meth or heroin. I'm talking about like on opiates. We've had this conversation before. A lot of people can function better and they feel like their normalcy is, and they can take care of their kids better. But when they're sober and don't have anything, like they can't function. They
Right.
can't do anything. Like it's like they're half dead, honestly.
Right. Okay, let me address this with ICU. Okay, ICU, I could be wrong in this, but the way I understood that warrant that they found on her was she did not commit the abuse to her two older children. Andrew did the abuse. Candace stood by and didn't stop the abuse.
Which made it neglect.
Well, that was another word they used for it. But basically it meant that she stood by, she was an accessory to the crime. That's why she didn't spend any prison time or didn't go to jail for it.
Beat this cat.
That's why she was given the option to hand over the kids or we're going to just take them from you. Was because, and I'm not trying to take up for her, but that's just the way I understood how the warrant read, was that she was guilty of standing there and not stopping someone else from abusing her children. Which in a way, I guess, would be almost worse abuse, because then the kids have to know that their mom didn't care enough to stop what was happening.
I mean, but then again, now I remember the situation I was talking to you about earlier. That would be kind of like the same situation.
Right.
And in some instance, that's not exactly true, but because that's what they feel like is the truth, they're going to go with that.
If you watch someone hurt your child and don't stop it, you're just as guilty of it. Exactly. That's what I was saying.
It depends on what, I mean, and there's levels of where people think a child is being hurt.
Come on, the baby got
they're being like brutally bruised up constantly, and I think there was more.
Kids.
I think there was more, honestly, with them. I think it was more mental and verbal than physical, which was just as bad. None of them are any better.
No,
but that's not what I look like.
Proof that the Andrew Jr. was bashed in the head
by his father.
Isn't that what I just
was talking about? No, I was talking about Don and Candace's kids, not Candace and Andrew's kids.
Oh.
I believe with the Wells boys and Summer, I think they were all mentally and verbally abused more than physically. That's my outlook on that one.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. 2 comments here. Discovering says, yes, Nana, that's what my understanding too. That Andrew was the abuser and Candace was young, and we all see how Candace is dependent on people. And then ICU says, respectfully, Nana, she did abuse them. I know for a fact they signed away their rights to avoid prosecution. So is that where Don B is getting his thing nowadays? Hollering, are they willing to sign away their rights to avoid prosecution? And how do you know that, by the way? Did y'all get those paperwork?
Bunch of bullshit, I believe.
We can hear you, Dippy.
Okay. I just think it's a bunch of bullshit. Like, how would anybody know that? That doesn't work for the fucking, that's not on the case.
We're talking about the 2 oldest kids.
Oh. Well, still, I mean, you can't get that information either. That shit's privatized too. Ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's why I asked ICU how she got it.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's why I'm not saying she's BS. I'm just saying in general that would be BS, because that's information that, unless you were on the case or working with the case, or how are you getting that information? They're juveniles. You can't like.
I remember finding the court documents, but I need to go back and find them. That would be so helpful to solve a
Yeah,
lot of arguments. Does
that
Dippy
was,
know the oldest daughter has made statements on social media?
yeah. How would I
Which
not?
which statements would that be? Who said what? The one where she's claiming that Dawn is innocent of all wrongdoing? Or is there others? And I forget who it was that made that statement, but they said, yeah, she came out after Dawn hounded her for 2 fucking years. She finally came out and said, oh, he's innocent.
I don't know. She came out and did that interview, right? You know, like probably about a month after he left her house. And she said
Yeah,
he was up there for a good while, and he stayed there with her and her husband and the kids.
well, now that's strange because the person I talked to said they listened to it and that they said she said on there that she hasn't seen him in over 10 years.
Up until he went up there this time? I don't know.
No, that she still has not seen him in over 10 years.
She said she told right on that video that he was up there and he spent a few weeks up there with her and the kids and her husband.
Okay. Well, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I couldn't listen to it.
Well, that's only because you said you had a conversation with her that was totally different.
Right.
So that goes back to, were you talking to the real person or were you talking to one that catfished your profile?
No. I'm not talking to somebody that catfished me for a while.
I'm just asking.
And I never said that she said anything against Dawn. She said Dawn was the best man that she knows. But when she said that she didn't know anything about Dawn being accused of molesting her, that is bullcrap because I did have a conversation with her that he was being accused.
I don't know how to refrain with that one. Like, I don't think she meant it the way we're taking it. Like, she knew. I think she meant like being sarcastic with it, maybe. You know,
Sarcastic with what?
like, oh, well, I didn't know that he was being blamed for that shit. Like, being sarcastic with it. Like, well, you know, God, obviously she knew because besides your conversation, it's all over fucking all over YouTube and Facebook.
Thank you, Miss Peacock. I appreciate that statement because I 100% agree with it. And you notice, and I'm not saying I'm not taking any credit for this, but I will make this statement. Don goes to Margie's house after I got on there and raised mortal hell that he was forever hollering that Summer was his world, Summer was his baby, he was his only daughter. Well, what the fuck was Margie? I went ranting and raving about that. And then all of a sudden, he's supposedly at Margie's house. And this statement says Don never took Summer to see Margie. Yet when Summer is missing, he goes to see her to manipulate the situation, in my opinion, anyways. It seems awful strange. He wasn't having such a big, he hadn't seen her in 10 fucking years. And yet he goes and sees her after Summer gets gone. After I raised hell because he was throwing Margie out to the fucking dogs. Oh, well, Summer was his world. Summer was his baby girl. What the hell was Margie? That's your baby girl too, damn it. I don't care if she is 30-something years old.
Yeah, Danielle, yeah. Candace's oldest daughter did come out and say some shit. I can't remember exactly. It wasn't nothing good, I'll tell you that. I do remember it was pretty horrible. But she was also the youngest, so her having memories of anything would be kind of...
She didn't have memories. She never said she had memories. She was 6 months old when she was took.
Yeah, I know. So the things that she would say, you know, it was told to her.
About her mother being on meth.
Yeah, so I'm saying when all the things that she knows was told to her. It wasn't nothing that she knew herself.
But yes, it was, because she also told about the letter that Candace wrote to her, or texted her over the phone, should I say.
Suggested about essay that doesn't fit my opinion. No, I don't. That was took out of context. I don't think she was being sarcastic about being essayed. I think she was being sarcastic about the comment and directness of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, she said Candace told her never to contact her again. Right. Yes, it's Margie's brother that is an RSO. But keep in mind, guys, and like I said, I don't stick up for bad people. I don't. But I do stick up for the truth and the facts. And the facts are he's not just a registered person, okay? The person that he had a relationship was 14 years old. But he also went on to have 2 children by this person. They were together for a while. So, in that sense, I do not think he should be a registered person. It wasn't like he went out here and diddled a 5-year-old for years. He went out as a young teen, 18-year-old, and had a relationship with somebody that was 4 years younger than him, which we all know girls mature faster than boys. Honey, I was married at the age of 14. So I don't think that's an accurate description. He had 2 children with her. So I don't think he should. It was the parents that got pissed at him and caused all that to happen. Experts say it's a learned behavior, not born with it. So who taught the brother? Oh, I just explained about the brother. But when you look at the family history, it's rampant. Yeah, on both sides. Dawn and Candace both have guilty knowledge. Summer and her brothers are victims, and these people act like Dawn and Candace are the victims. I pray for those 3 boys and Summer's truth to be told soon.
Well, in all actuality, like, we really don't know. It could have been anybody. Anything happened to that baby on that hill by any of the family members that were there.
That's true.
I'm just saying, we can't just constantly be blaming the parents, because there was other family members on that hill that day that she went missing.
There was one other adult family member.
There were still family members. And I'm not putting anything on anybody. I'm just saying there was other family members on that hill regardless. Whether, God forbid, something happened or it was an accident, where, God forbid, something happened and it wasn't an accident, we just don't know. We just don't know.
No, but not history. I'm not sure the word that would fit in here. But statistics show, especially recent statistics in the last 5 years, if nothing else, show that 9 times out of 10, the parents are the ones responsible for that age group, something happening to them. We have Harmony Montgomery, Serenity McKinney, Cody Bigsby, Joe Clyde Daniels, Oakley Carlson. What's the little girl's name that I can't ever remember her name? Kamari Holland.
Yeah. That's my baby girl.
Classic and Sincere. What is it? The Fernando kid.
Evelyn
Boswell. what's the other little kid? The one that they had the Netflix show about? Gonzalez.
No, I don't know.
Anyways, it was the worst.
Gonzalez.
It was where they were charging the DCS workers and the
Wasn't
cops.
it Fernando Gonzalez or
Yes, Fernando Gonzalez. I mean, it's proven that for some reason parents do away with their children in that age group. What about the little boy in the washing machine down in Texas just last year? I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. There's so many of them. I can't remember.
But then there's so many kids that have also been harmed by other family members that weren't the parents.
But the statistics say, Dippy, 9 times out of 10, it is the parents.
Yeah, well, that's a statistic, and you got to have facts to go with the statistic too, though.
Really?
Yeah, we have facts on everybody else that you just mentioned.
Well, where's the facts on Joe Clyde Daniels? There were no facts.
7.
There were no facts.
7.
They had a 3-year-old, they had a 3-year-old, and they had an 8-year-old. That said, they have no facts, they have no proof, they have no evidence, they don't even have a body.
I don't even really know what the case you're talking about. So I can't.
5-year-old Joe Clyde Daniels, his dad was sentenced to life in prison June of 2021 because back in April of 2018, Joe Clyde Daniels disappeared. His dad got up the next morning. He was an autistic child. And his dad got up the next morning after doing away with this child. He gets up and reports to the school and the law and everybody else that the kid had wandered off. He escaped from the house and wandered off.
Okay.
And then the 3-year-old, his great aunt was standing in the living room while the police were doing the report about the child wandering off. And he says, little Joe is no more. He's dead, ain't he? And the great aunt, which evidently had mental problems also, said, yes, honey, he is. So they opened an investigation to find out what the hell was going on. And the older brother was 8 years old. He was a half brother. He was 8 years old. And he saw Joe, the big Joe, doing away with the boy. He saw him hit that boy in the chest and kill him. And he finally went to court 3 years later. He was 11 years old, and they put him on the stand, and he testified. But there was no proof. There was no evidence. There was nothing. They still haven't found Joe Clyde's body.
There was no, they didn't have like substantial evidence on them.
No.
How can you?
They had people driving by on the road that said they saw somebody standing out there.
How can you accuse and convict somebody without anything?
Well, because he was sitting in the questioning thing, and he goes, fine, I did it. I punched him. And then he's like, oh, wait a minute. No, I take that back. And then he says it again. I think he admitted to it 3 times.
You can't admit to something and say, I take it back.
Well, he's doing it, and he's doing it again.
That makes you look more guiltier than when you first admitted to it.
I'm just saying, there was no proof, no nothing. No evidence. There's no proof or anything in the West Boys case either, except for the kids telling what happened.
No, you got to admit that case is kind of like really dysfunctional anyway.
But still, they have nothing.
Digital,
huh?
I said, you're right, they don't. But no, I think, honestly, with the West case, I think they have more than the one kid saying something.
Yeah, they have 4 kids telling.
I think, well, from the way they were saying it on court TV, there was only one that's going to be testifying.
There's only one that's going to be testifying, but all 4 kids admitted to what happened. When they came out with the affidavit to arrest them, they told that, the DA told that the kids, all 4 of them,
Oh, I know. I thought I saw it. Well, I mean, I know I seen where they said. I thought it just said that they had questioned one of the children or the
No,
children and
no.
whatever.
They were being charged with 4 counts of whatever it was because they forced those boys to help or do it themselves. So they're being charged with all 4 counts of making those boys do that.
Hold on. Holly said other family members weren't with her that day. How do you figure they weren't with her? There was 4 other family members with her that day that Summer disappeared. Uh-oh, I hear puppies outside.
All right, guys, look, I don't mean to cut it short. Well, which I'm not really cutting it short. It's 3.5 hours long. But I'm going to have to jump off here because I've got to get some stuff done. But I have thoroughly enjoyed this. Thank you, Dippy, for finally arguing with me.
Well, I told you why I don't want to argue with you on your channel, because I don't want people coming after me.
Guys, is anybody hating on Dippy right now? Is anybody going to come after her?
Nobody so far in here right as of this minute. I told you only have one person that I know of that hates on me.
I'm telling y'all right now, I don't want nobody saying nothing to Dippy. She has her beliefs just like we have ours, and she has every right to them. And she has stood here and fought and argued like she's supposed to do when you believe in something. So I give kudos to her, and I don't want nobody saying nothing bad about her or putting her down or saying derogatory things to her.
I appreciate that, Nana.
I don't understand, because if he confessed and obviously pleaded guilty, he will get time. Why wouldn't he tell where the body is? Makes no sense. He didn't plead guilty. I mean, they found him guilty. They found him guilty.
Superior dreams, you're sweet. Thank you, love.
Was a different time. Used to be babysitting was a way to earn or learn responsibility, right?
Right. That's what I always told my daughter. And definitely will give them discipline and responsibility.
Did you see this?
What? Superior?
They're coming at you, Dippy.
Yeah, Superior said she was coming at me to give me a big hug. That's what I said I appreciated her for. Oh my God.
Yes, you missed it. You'll have to go back and watch on rewind. It was good though, guys. Was it not good, Dippy?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Comparative, like how we're supposed to be on the podcast. Yeah, this should have been a podcast today.
Yes, this should have been.
We can actually go back and rename it if you want to.
It don't matter. Somebody, can you drop Dippy's link? Was his is wanting Dippy's link.
God, I wish I could get rid of this cough. It's just not going to go away, I guess, until that flu.
Dippy, this is the point. This is the point of arguing, is because what Eve is saying right now. She said, well, I went over and over and over this case, and I'll always come back to the parents, but I could be wrong. So you've moved the needle just a little bit.
I mean, I would never want anybody to change their beliefs because of what I say, because it's my opinion, and I don't fault anybody for their opinions. I really don't. That would be like really condescending and childish of me to do that.
Okay, here you go. Hello Fuzzy says, thank goodness, because this woman's got my blood boiling. Those boys were not responsible for Summer. They are kids. Only Candace, Dawn, and grandmother are to blame. No disrespect to you, ma'am, but gosh.
No, I didn't say. See, that's where you're reading too far into what I was saying. I said there was other family members. I never said the boys done anything. Right, I just said there was other family members.
Right. Therefore, you should have said Brandis was there. She could have done it.
It could have been anybody in the family, whether it's an
Yeah.
accident or not. It
Right.
could have been anything, anybody.
And I have said that it possibly could have been an accident. And it would have remained an accident had 911 been called right then. But if it was an accident and 911 was not called and that child's body has been moved, it becomes a crime committed
Yes.
by Dawn and Candace.
Then yes. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there was more than just Dawn and Candace there. That's all I was trying to make a point at. There was more than just Dawn and Candace.
Are you talking to Dippy? ICU says, can I ask what made you form your opinion?
I've had my opinion since day one. Since the day we all heard about Summer's disappearance. I never jumped on the bandwagon of it being the parent. Now, I jumped on the bandwagon of it could be Dawn because of his sketchiness, but I just don't believe it was Candace.
But that's okay. We get that. But she's asking, why did you come to that conclusion?
Because I just don't see anything that's forming an opinion that they did do something.
All right, guys. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget, if you see somebody without green on, make sure and pinch the piss out of them. Bring back some of the old traditional things that used to be in this world.
That's still a thing in my family. That was my dad's favorite thing about St. Patrick's Day. You can go pinch somebody without getting smacked.
Was his says, I've never believed the Wells are guilty.
We all have our opinions, and there's not enough evidence out there for me to believe.
He's agreeing with you.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm saying in general, there's not enough evidence out there for me to believe that they are guilty.
Hey, what makes you think it's him? It's was is means
no.
He is. That's a
I
woman.
I wasn't meaning that. I was just saying that because I was still stuck on what ICU asked.
Oh,
not was his. I wasn't talking about that person. But yes, thank you for.
well, and I'll make a correction there because I'm sorry, my son is gay, so it could be a man and still say was his, but I'm assuming it's a woman.
I think it is from the picture.
Well, there's
but then again, I can't see either. I can't really see.
Smell in there.
I can't see shit. My eyes are blank.
It was fun, and I hope everybody has a great day. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, sweetheart. Peas in a Pod has an interesting thought. In my opinion, Candace did it for Dawn so he wouldn't go back to prison. He said openly he's scared of that. I've had that thought.
That would leave her to go to prison.
Because she's not got so many felons against her.
Felonies. Go to prison, though. Regardless, one of them are going to go to prison, if not both. If something occurs to come to, if they get found guilty of something, they're both going to prison, not just one. That's what they don't make no sense.
Was his? Her name is Karen.
Oh Lord, I can.
I don't know. In this day and time, I'd almost have to wonder about changing my name if my name was Karen.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, guys. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend.
I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all. Thank you for the interesting conversation and anecdotes today.
Yes, definitely. I'll talk to you later, Dippy.
All right. Love you, face.
All right. Love you, face. Bye, guys.